Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. My name is Todd. Thank you so much for joining. If it's your first time, welcome in. If it's your 100th time, welcome in as well. It's going to be interesting. We got a lot of great member-requested videos for you today. This is going to be the Wednesday video. We are technically recording this live on Tuesday, but this week's a little weird. I'll be off on Friday, so if you're just watching on YouTube, you won't notice any difference. If you're watching live via Twitch, you will definitely notice a difference. Anyway, got some amazing member-requested videos for you today. If you'd like to request your own and literally guide the stream, that is what this is. All these videos have been chosen by viewers like you, and all the information we'll be reading and learning about and all that great stuff was pulled together by the mods, of course. Shout out to Rocco, Kitty, Jace, and Luke. Appreciate all the hard work. And like I said, ToddReacts.com. Season and series tiers are the ones you're looking for. Season gets 2 video requests per month. Series gets 3. And while you're there, check out the summer collection of merch. It's available right now. Lots of loose-fitting clothing, tight-fitting clothing, less fabric, all that stuff, whatever you want it to be. I'm wearing the graphic soft hoodie in red, as you can see right there. Very inclusive sizing. We got all the sizes you could possibly imagine and a bunch of different color options as well, so go ahead and check those out. And then, of course, we have accessories. Those don't get really removed. Those just get added to as the new collection kind of starts. And you can check those out. These top 2 rows are all the new stuff, including the double wall tumbler, which I have in my hand to keep my ice water nice and icy cold without the condensation on the outside. It is summer here, so it kind of helps with the grip on the cup. And of course, we have the new designs and stickers as well, multiple different sizes. So go ahead and check those out as well. And of course, we'll just scroll down really quick. You could see everything, and you can check it out on your own time. 15% off for members, ships worldwide, all that good stuff. Apple Pay, Google Pay, or GPay, Google Pay. I don't know what they're calling it these days. Android Pay. Lots of different payment options, including PayPal and even Klarna. So if you don't know what that is, it's basically a buy now, pay later kind of thing. I don't know what it is. It's like a pay in installments, basically. And that seems to be all the rage. I mean, people are even doing that for Uber Eats and whatnot, food delivery services, which is kind of mind-blowing, but hey, you know, whatever you need to do. And if you're already there, go ahead on over to the subscribe button. This is the Todd Reacts YouTube channel. If you haven't seen it before, there's over 1,100 videos in the backlog. There's a lot to check out. Over 14,000 of you have subscribed to the channel. I appreciate it greatly. Lots of amazing videos there, lots of backlog. Playlists galore. If I've reacted to anything over 2-3 times, there's usually a playlist that I made for it, so there's quite a few playlists for you to check out as well. So go ahead and check it out today. That's where all the Twitch streams are uploaded, I guess you could say. But go ahead and check that out. What's up, Willow? I didn't even know we were live today. Honestly, it's a little later than usual. I didn't know I was going live today. I just kind of had the thought. I had the idea, like, hey, what if I do a stream on Tuesday, and then I do Friday stream on Thursday? It gives me a day in between, so I'm not like run down or tired and like, you know, slow on the second one. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. I was having such a hard time in May trying to make a Sram compilation. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Sram. Sram, right? Sram or Shram? Shram? I think it's Shram. Someone else requested it. That's so funny. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. Well, good timing. I'm glad you're here because you'll probably enjoy it. I've never heard of it, so that'll be one of those that, you know, we just kind of figure out while we're checking it out. Let's go ahead and last but certainly not least, the Discord. I almost forgot about it, but I'll never forget about it. Discord's free. It's available. It's a great, vibrant community. Lots of amazing posts. Friends have been made, all that good stuff. So go ahead and check out the Discord. The link is everywhere. It's on the website. It's on the profiles of the YouTube and Twitch and everything. So it'll be pretty great. It's basically European skins. Really? I loved Skins UK. Oh, that was absolutely my jam. I've seen it episode pilot to finale twice, and I want to rewatch it. I absolutely love that show. I adore it. It's amazing. And then, of course, they remade it in the U.S., MTV, and they just completely destroyed it. But I don't talk about that. We don't think about that. That doesn't exist. 241 members in the Discord, so go ahead and join up. Let's get it to 300. Let's do that. I think we can do it. Join today. Looking forward to your input and your conversations, and maybe you've got some fandom ideas for the channels, and we can implement those. So go ahead and let us know. Scam, the original series. Oh, that came from Norway. A lot of European countries made remakes. There's 8 of them. No way. That's wild. That is so wild. Well, I guess it's kind of like The Office in a way. I guess that happens more often than I realized. The remakes of the shows. I guess I didn't realize that they would do it so close to one another. That's interesting. Wow. All right. Well, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. I know it's short notice for those of you watching live, so I appreciate you clicking that button and joining me on this adventure. So we have 5 amazing videos, like I said, requested by members. We're going to start off with Haven, and then we have a Smosh video, and then we are going to do the Sram show. And then we're going to do a YinWar TikTok compilation. And we're going to end stream and kick off the week, kind of. I mean, it's Tuesday, it's Wednesday for you watching on YouTube. 15 years of Dan and Phil, so that'll be kind of an interesting kind of catalog of history, if you will. And that should be a fun, interesting way to end it. So I'm glad you're here. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are as well. And just a program note, we'll be doing a Thursday stream for the Friday show, which will be on YouTube on Friday. So if you're watching on YouTube, no change. But it will be a bit of a themed event because Friday is the Independence Day, July 4th, as they call it, for the U.S. here. So it will be a bit of a theme. And if you've seen the last couple of holidays that I do, just expect the unexpected, I suppose. Expect the unexpected. But let's go ahead and jump into the first one. You were making a compilation? Oh my gosh. The timing of that is amazing. Truly amazing. Will us Brits be kept out? No. I mean, to be fair, it's all the same colors, isn't it? Red, white, and blue. It's basically all the same. And didn't we take one of the I think we took God Save the Queen and put something else on top of it, like different words, and made it into a song. So I don't think it's that different. I have so much to say. I'll keep that for when you react to the video. Nice. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it now. If it's like Skins UK or whatever vibe, I'm into it. Sram means shame in Croatian. Scam means shame in Norwegian. Oh. Sram is just what the Croatian remake is called, but it was referring to the OG scam. Interesting. Shame. I'm just immediately picturing Game of Thrones. Shame, shame with the bell. Just walking around the street butt naked. Butt booty naked. Shame. What's up, designer? Welcome in. Happy Tuesday / Wednesday. Wink, wink. We're recording this early. Nora and Rocco. I love how the shame lady is Rebecca and Ted Lasso. Oh my gosh, are you serious? That's so funny. Oh my gosh, what a tiny world it is in the world of Hollywood. All right. Let's jump into this. This is called Nathan and Audrey Fall in Love All Over Again. And this is the show Haven. Haven. Interesting. All right. Nathan and Audrey fall in love all over again. Let's do it. I have no idea what this is going to be like. I don't think I've reacted to Haven before. It sounds familiar. Like I might have heard the name. I don't know if I've seen it before.
I don't know if love is something that can be erased.
You need some help?
No.
Hi. But she knew if she went back to someone else.
Find anything interesting? Who are you?
She and Nathan would fall in love all over again.
Margaret? I figured it out. But Audrey, don't wait too long.
No, just because you can't feel anything doesn't mean you're not injured. Nathan would never have stopped trying to save me. And you're trying to protect him. I've already seen you die once. If that happens, we don't get a repeat. Come back to me, please. I need you back here. I don't even know if you're here right now.
I will come back. I promise.
And I want Nathan back.
Oh boy.
Well, it looks like she's happy. And if it's without me,
I'm glad he's happy. How can I claim to love you as much as I do if I don't at least give you that chance?
I'm just willing to fight for us, are you? You're not that person. She is still in there. You have me now.
I don't deserve you.
You're asking me if I want all this
Whoa.
to be over. I think I want to use this contractor when we build our dream house. You know, 2 dogs, picket fence.
We work together. And that's it. I was looking for someone. I found him. He's my partner.
She's my partner.
You and I make a good team.
Okay. We got guns. We got some sort of investigative
You trust
thing.
her?
We're partners, trying to get more than that.
Nathan, I'm really sorry that I pushed you away. I never... Because I love you.
Parker. Still here. I love you.
Besides, if I only have a day left, I'd rather spend it with you. Just you and me.
I was trying to protect you.
Well, don't.
I don't know if I know how to protect
What
her.
have I seen her in? It's driving me nuts.
Nathan told me he had said his goodbyes.
He is my
I keep looking at her going, I've seen her
His
before.
goodbyes.
Where is it from?
No, I am not leaving you. You didn't leave me.
No. Never. And I won't even have to worry about you turning into someone else after we're married.
I found him.
Oh. Ow. What? Ow. No, I'm
have
not
to be
okay. Just from
sorry
watching
for
it.
And feel it.
Leaving you.
I am gonna die before I let you go.
I know.
I'll think about you every minute of every hour, every day. And that's why I'll be okay.
If I make it to the other side, who will I be?
Whoever you most want to be.
Looking for one guy, one decent guy. Is that too much to ask? I heard it break. I thought you'd...
And leave you all alone on
Here? With me.
I don't like lobster.
Safe. Do you like pancakes?
I really like pancakes.
I do.
love pancakes.
I prefer them over
Odd man.
waffles. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's driving me nuts. I don't know. That's Emily Rose. Oh my gosh. That was interesting. That was interesting, you know? Of course, it's like, you know, loving the job, loving the workplace. Again, kind of that, like, do we take it to the next level? What if it, you know, goes wrong? How are we going to work together kind of thing? Like, that's difficult. That's difficult. And it seems like they're kind of a push and pull is what I'm getting. Like, very much like been there, then went back, and then went back in love, and then went back out of love because it got complicated, and I'm still fighting for this. I'm not giving up, you know, that kind of thing. It's classic. It's classic, and it keeps you on the edge of your seat, and that's good drama right there. Link down below in the video description on YouTube. Go ahead and check it out. Check out their channel as well. They might have other videos that might interest you. And maybe you like it so much you want to request it on stream. And then we watch it together and enjoy it. So check it out. All right, let's pull up some information on Haven. Figure out what is going on here. Who's in love with who? Who gave up first? Do they find their way back? All that lovely stuff. Supernatural drama television series. Loosely based on the Stephen King novel, The Colorado Kid. Series which deals with strange events in a fictional town in Maine named Haven. It was filmed actually in Nova Scotia, so Canada. Emily Rose. God, what is she from? Known for a role in critically acclaimed Uncharted video game series is Elena Fisher. Interesting. I never played that game. I mean, I've seen like clippets of it, like clips, but I've never actually. Let's see. She was in Jericho. NCIS. Let's see. What would I have seen her in? Dang. That's so strange to see somebody that looks so familiar. And yet, don't know if I've seen anything she's been in. That's wild. What a weird coincidence. Characters struggle to help townspeople with supernatural afflictions and protect the town from the effects of those afflictions. It's very vague. What are the afflictions? Sci-Fi canceled it after 5 seasons. Well, at least it got 5, as opposed to Firefly, which got 1. FBI Special Agent Audrey Parker is dispatched to the small town of Haven on a routine case. She finds herself becoming increasingly involved in the return of the Troubles, a plague of supernatural afflictions that have occurred in the town at least twice before. With an openness to the possibility of paranormal, she also finds a more personal link in Haven that may lead her to the mother she has never known. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. Search for mom while dealing with the Troubles. Over time, Parker eventually quits the FBI to join the Haven Police Department. Okay. So she goes from big time to small time. Big crime to small crime. Begins to realize that her arrival in Haven may have been prearranged. What? And that her name and even her memories may not be her own. Excuse me? As the series progresses, she learns more about the mysteries of both Haven and her true identity. Whoa. I did not catch that. She and her partner, Nathan, of course, find themselves frequently facing problems caused by both the effects of the Troubles as well as the activities of townfolk who take more drastic measures against those who are troubled. Okay, so the troubles make the townfolk troubled, I'm assuming. So it's almost like a zombie apocalypse, but I don't even know what troubled means. Originally developed for ABC. Interesting. Original idea had no supernatural involvement, which prompted Stephen King to ask, where's the supernatural element? After he read their notes. February 2010, Emily Rose was cast. Blah, blah, blah. That's so funny that Stephen King was like, hey, where's this important part of the story? Okay, so the final season was split. That's interesting. Series had now has an average score of 60% fresh, with seasons 5 and 6 having an 80%. Oh my gosh. So it went up. Like, clearly it might have started rough, but people really started liking it at the end. Allusions to the written works of Stephen King are made in the series regularly. Since with Irish history, the Troubles means something also something else my brain keeps getting wires crossed. Yeah. Honestly, I have no idea yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. Let's see. The Troubles, okay, also seem to coincide with the arrival of the stranger, in this case Audrey, every 27 years. This is the same amount of time between appearances of the creature in It. Interesting. So lots of allusions to Stephen King's work. DVDs. What a simpler time where we owned our own media. Interesting. All right, let's see if we can find it here. Audrey, second most recent identity of a mysterious woman originally named Mara, who seemingly never ages and has gone by many names. Oh boy. Terrifying. There have been two constants in her life. No matter whose memories she has at the time, she always returns to Haven when the Troubles come back. And she always helps the troubled. Nothing is known of her whereabouts during the periods between. So 27 years go by. Nobody has any idea what she's doing. Nor why she returns to Haven with the memories of other people. Oh, that's so strange. She's the only incarnation of Mara to rid the town of Haven of the Troubles. However, she returned to Haven again in the identity of Paige with her reborn infant son, James. Trouble solver. That's so funny. All right, let's see here. Working with Nathan, Parker discovered that the Troubles have a long history in Haven. Nathan told her that the Troubles were around when he was a boy, and then they left and he could feel again. He confessed that he has tried to ignore that the Troubles are back and was afraid that this time they wouldn't leave. As with the Lester case, Parker continued to prove that she had a gift for dealing with the strange supernatural things that were happening and the people who caused them, citing her willingness to see things as they are as a valuable trait. I'm still kind of confused here. Let's see. Searching for identity. I will figure this out. Oh my gosh. It's almost like the writers of the wiki were also like, we don't want to spoil it, so nobody discuss anything to do with the Troubles. We'll talk about certain events, but don't get too specific. Interesting. Oh, okay. This is interesting. So they entered a barn. It was badly damaged. Spit somebody out unharmed into a Boston aquarium, but Parker was provided with a new identity and set of memories and kept trapped inside the barn. Now believed herself to be a woman named Lexi, was spending her days tending bar at the Oatley Tap Room, a facade created by the dying barn. Oh, so we're talking like mind control to the point where you lose all sense of self, memories. You don't even know where you are, basically. You think you're somewhere else. Like, that's wild. Okay, she made her choice, tumbled out of the barn, and recovered her memories from her time. Very interesting. Nathan, biological son of Max, adopted son of Garland, police detective with the Haven Police Department, resident of Haven, of course. Experiences no tactile sensation due to a rare disorder known as idiopathic neuropathy. This condition is not medical, but is rather a result of the Troubles. So he has no tactile sensation. He's the only character to appear in every episode of the series. Well, good for him. Good for the actor. Implied his father was abusive. Nathan doesn't remember it. Okay, here we go. During his recovery in the months that followed, so he suffered an injury from crashing into a tree while sledding. During his recovery in the months that followed, whispers and rumors started up during a period that Ed Driscoll calls the Troubles. Also during this period, Nathan suffered from idiopathic neuropathy for the first time, though it cleared up after the Troubles ended. When the Troubles resumed, so did his condition. So it's very interestingly shows up when they're around, I guess, or it's around. This condition caused him to be bullied at school. This was the source of his dislike of Crocker. Well, that would definitely do it. Troubles follow a 27-year cycle and are associated with the appearance and disappearance of Mara, with an inexplicable immunity to the Troubles and innate ability to help the troubled. Mara spent most of her time in the barn, functioning as an umbrella-like protection for the town, keeping the Troubles at bay. This protection only worked for just over a quarter of a century at a time, so 27 years after the last appearance of the Hunter, the Troubles would begin to come back. And then eventually she would come back, help everybody, and then leave, I guess. Every time she arrived with the memories of another person, and she worked to help the Troubles, she either remembered or was informed of her past appearances in Haven and the role she played in protecting the town. Oh, handprint. Interesting. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's what it looks like coming out of somebody. Okay. All right. It's physical. He mutated Troubles to make them more deadly. Oh, Good grief. Triggered troubles, gave troubles to the unafflicted, and created monsters. New troubles. This gross black, it's almost like venom. Mara had altered Duke Crocker using aether to turn him into a walking bomb. When Mara died, quote unquote, inside of Audrey, all the troubles inside of Duke came out and infected people with a whole new batch of troubles. Audrey is not immune to these new troubles, but Duke is. This causes everyone in Haven to become troubled. The cure. Charlotte figures out that the troubles can actually be cured by creating a new barn to remove all the ether from the troubled people. In Forever, the episode Forever title, the troubles are cured by the new barn, never to return again. Well, there you go. According to William, troubles required an alchemy of three things: intent, a person chosen to match that intent, and a ball of evil black goo. Or as William called it, the breath of life. With a proper understanding of the personality traits and abilities of the person they intend to trigger, and a creative and well-matched intention, William, Mara, Audrey could use the black balls to force people to manifest new supernatural abilities. Once someone has it, it stays in their bloodline, lying in wait until it's triggered by severe emotional distress, often the death of a loved one. Some, once triggered, are constantly active, mostly biological troubles. Troubles that are not always active can often be stopped with proper management of emotional triggers. Boy, that is interesting. That is very interesting. That kind of explains it. I'm glad I found that page. That explains why she said you could still be hurt even if you don't feel it, right? Audrey and Nathan have a working relationship. In the very beginning, over time, the relationship has grown to be romantic. They're a couple as of season 4, so at least they got there before it was canceled. The fandom shippers dubbed the pairing Naudry or Pancakes. I like the Pancakes. That's a good one. 6 months after the barn disappears, Nathan's forced to leave Haven for his own safety, looks for Audrey. In Lost and Found, Audrey and Nathan are reunited, and Nathan tries to get Audrey to kill him. What? Not wanting to kill Nathan, Audrey lies, saying she doesn't know who he is, claiming to now be Lexi. Nathan is shocked and sad to hear this. When they're captured by the guard as Lexi, Audrey tends to Nathan's wounds. Nathan is soon informed that he is charged with making Lexi fall in love with him again so she can kill him and end the troubles. Nathan finds this hard since Lexi is not Audrey and is uncomfortable with her. Boy, just reading that aloud sounds very confusing. That sounds wildly confusing. I'm assuming it's much easier to watch and understand that, but just reading it is kind of all over the place. Boy, I'm glad we finally got to the point to know what it is. So it's like this evil black goo that inhabits your bloodline basically and just lays in wait until I guess you're emotionally distressed, and then it triggers it, and then I don't know exactly what happens. You lose your memory or something, or it just kind of destroys you. Fascinating. Imagine going through all that and still trying to live a normal life. Like, how is that even possible with that stuff going on? Like, at any moment, you could just completely forget why you are who you are, where you are, who the people around you are. I mean, hopefully you remember a little bit of it, but it seems like it really does a number on people. That was very interesting. Let me know down below in the comments a little bit more context on that. If you've seen it or if you want to see it, check it out. Let's skip on to the next one. It is Arasha and Angela's I Lied battle. And this is from Smosh. This is a bit of a long video, so we are going to cut it in half and read some information about Arasha and Angela, and then we'll hop back into it. But let's go ahead and pull that up and check it out. I Lied battle. It's the I Lied trilogy, apparently.
I have something to tell you guys.
Uh-oh.
Here's
I
the
can
first
tell.
lie.
This is the face you do when you're up to something.
Yeah. I lied.
Oh my god.
So there was a rumor that started at the beginning of this week here at Smosh that I booked something and that I was going to be going away for a while. It was a week-long rumor, you know, we let things spread.
What the hell?
For the purpose of this episode.
What the hell?
You're kidding.
We got so involved.
You're kidding.
You got so involved.
I would love for you guys to continue to be involved in my presentation.
So involved. More than me.
So please join me as I walk you through everything I
Oh
did
my
to
gosh.
scam you all, and also most of the company here at Smosh.
Did they not know?
So it all started when I first pitched what I wanted to do as my scam. This is our very first writers meeting, us being little devils.
Oh my! I feel like in pain.
Oh
So
my
this is
gosh.
where we came up with this scam that I am going to book a role and disappear. This is going to be my last week at Smosh, all to say that I want free donuts. That's going to be what I get in the end. Next slide. So
Oh my god.
Next slide, please.
You did
So-
this.
on Monday is when I first needed to plant some seeds. So I had Patrick write up some dummy sides, because when you're auditioning for a big project, they usually give you some fake sides. This is the fake sides, like the script, basically, that they wanted me to read. And they are
Oh
dumb.
my
They're
gosh.
so stupid. I had Angela read them with me. Angela, tell me
Okay.
how stupid.
You wrote these. Someone wrote these. I thought this was fucking nuts. I thought these.
It
such
literally
a
She
crazy.
even told me, she's like, I
Oh
can do
my-
a self-tape for Russia. The sides were awful.
Oh
Could
my
you
God.
I went to
imagine?
Angela during lunch, and I was like, Angela, I have a self-tape I really need you to help me with. And we filmed this awful self-tape. So this is the horrific self-tape that I had Angela help me with.
What are we seeing?
I don't know.
You don't know? You graduated at the top of your class and you don't know? If
This
what
is
I do know
brutal.
is correct, and if what I'm seeing is real, then that aircraft is emitting higher vibrations than anything I've ever seen.
What the hell? Okay. So bad. And then here's some behind the scenes, because Aaron sat in, which Angela just never questioned.
The whole time I was like, why isn't Aaron reading? I want a lunch break.
This is me telling Angela, like, oh, the stakes are high. We got to be serious about this. Like, please really help me with this.
Cool. That one felt good.
Thank you, Captain.
And watch, I'm shocked because I'm like, you want to do one take and send this to Marvel?
You literally said that. She goes, and she did one take. They really wanted her.
So I started it by being like,
my
I've done this tape
gosh.
a million times, like they just want to see it again. So Angela already is like, oh, like this is something you've taped over and over, like they've seen you a ton of times. Like the stakes are raised immediately, and it's planted in Angela's head that something is getting booked. So then the next person that
That's
I
me.
obviously needed to plant the seed in was Amanda.
Oh, that's not my good shirt. That's not a good shirt.
Myself and Amanda were in the kitchen. I started talking to Garrett about how I wasn't going to be around for the next video.
And I didn't know anything, and I was like, oh, I guess maybe Arash is gonna leave Smosh, maybe.
Yep.
Y'all are
But it's just
Oh my
Amanda in the back
gosh.
and me telling Garrett that I'm going to be going away. And Amanda just kind of listening
Making a
in.
bagel.
Making a bagel. I didn't get involved because I was like, this isn't my business. I have other things
Right.
to think about.
So the seeds were planted. So then officially I had to make it a rumor to spread. So I set up a fake meeting with all of our big executives. There's Big Daddy Ian. Yeah, so we've got this fake meeting. So I am planting in the heads of everybody at Smosh that I am going to be disappearing. That I booked a movie that is going to be filming somewhere outside the country. There's a big glass right outside this conference room where everyone can just see this meeting happening. And then this is one of the conversations that Rachel filmed, speaking with Amanda and Angela, talking about
holy shit.
in the movie.
Really rather than superheroes or something. Yeah, no, she's the future. She's the
I said the lead from Ant-Man is from Lost.
I have so much to say.
I said, no, the lead from Ant-Man is from Lost.
Oh my God! And now there's so many details.
Paul
to this
Rudd
scam.
was in
So
Lost.
this is when I started to really feel bad because people who were so far removed from this episode, I did not mean for them to get involved, started messaging me, and I had to keep up this character, this person that was
Oh,
just like, oh my God,
no.
thank you so much for your support, and it was completely fake.
You're a good actor.
Thank you.
The rumor was going around that it was Marvel.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
That's what I heard, and I was like, but if it was Marvel, she probably couldn't tell us.
So this all culminated into this morning, which had the ultimate explosion. I planned for before I came in that there would be donuts waiting for me. That our production assistant, Marcus, would have this whole setup. And it would say, congrats, Arasha. And there would be several photos of my face on Marvel superheroes. Basically, like, giving everything away. And for those of you that don't know, when you book something large like this, you cannot share any information. Like, just even
Right.
saying that you booked something is, like, a lot. Huge no-no. And that's an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement.
That's how I knew you.
It's like it's like Christopher Nolan making all the scripts of his movies like red, like the paper's red, so you can't photocopy it. It'll just be blank.
You were being real the last 2 days because you were being so quiet. I was like, oh, this is big. And the more quiet she is, the bigger the book.
So this was the setup that
Oh
Marcus
my
did for
gosh.
me. He was in on it. So he wasn't just like, yay, congrats, Arasha, and
Oh
put
my
this all
God,
together.
that was a very awkward time this morning.
Marcus, oh
Yeah,
yeah. it
Wonder
was,
Woman
it
is
was a
definitely
tense
not
morning.
Marvel.
Here's the video of Angela coming in and
no.
seeing the donuts.
Oh, no. She booked!
Oh my God, you're crazy. I love it.
I wanna see that again. I wanna see that
love
again.
you for the support.
You're the
like that is
cutest.
that is the sound of somebody who's so happy for me. So I felt so bad.
She booked!
I will
saw that.
listen to
I knew
this.
it.
Yeah, because I saw that and I went, okay, now we're talking about it because now people are printing shit out, so now we're not worried about an NDA.
Wow.
And then we have myself coming in.
I was in the doorway. My soul died.
So
I hated that whole moment.
essentially, I planned to walk in on this, be so confused, and just kind of take a second to be like, what is this? And then ask Marcus to talk to me on the side of the kitchen where I would essentially be chewing him out and be very upset at
That
him,
was
which
so
we also
awkward.
have footage of. So they are all watching this kind of happen in the corner. Again,
I
Marcus
trusted
hit on
you.
it, so I would never yell at him.
And you
without him
told
knowing.
everyone.
I got upset with Marcus, and then I needed to tear down the signs that we had put up.
This is my
which
favorite
we
part.
also have footage
This is
of.
Meryl Streep right here.
Angela goes, she's tearing up the signs. And she's
And-
throwing them away, and I go, yeah, she's very upset, and they shouldn't have done that.
And all the while, I have to act like I am so upset, whereas I got what I wanted, which was free donuts.
I was like, yay, donuts! Oh no, she's gonna be. I went up to Ian, I went, this is not good.
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't know we were gonna talk about it.
So the perfect cherry on top was my dear friends Amanda and Angela this morning saw me in distress,
Oh boy, did we
and they
land this?
approached me while I was getting ready. And Amanda's
Oh,
just in front of me there,
no.
like kneeling in support of me, and Angela's in front, and they're both just like, they should not have done that. We are so sorry.
And you were like, I love Marcus. I didn't want to yell at him. I was like, it's okay. Marcus will understand.
Rasha, you're an incredible actor.
Yeah, we were like, I was like, Arasha, I'm so sorry that this happened.
I haven't been wowed by a performance like this since I went to Broadway and saw this two-man play.
I literally
Don't
went
forget
up to
about
Erin
us,
and
little
how
people.
nonchalant she was. I went, oh
When you
my
hit the
God.
big time.
Erin knew the NDA and she just did it on purpose.
No, and I
went up to Patrick and I
villainized Aaron because they came over and they were like, but who would have told Marcus? And I was like, Aaron, thank you.
I am so fucking duped. I pictured the whole movie in my head and I fought for you today. Why did I fight like a knight?
No,
And literally this morning I was like, you know, Angela, that's the business you're in. 1 minute you're in, 1 minute you're out. And
I thought that too. I'm like, Arasha booked Marvel. You can go from Smosh to
Me
Marvel.
too. I was like that. She is so young, and it could happen for
You
anyone
can go
at
from
any time.
Smosh, this, to Marvel. Easy. Come on, Angela.
To be fair,
Let's get this shit. Angela and I were both
crazier things have
"Okay, we
happened.
need new managers. We can get on Marvel too.
Wait, whoa, Courtney asked if I could fill in for you for a shoot this morning.
I don't think Courtney doesn't know. Courtney doesn't know. So she's
Courtney has no idea.
So she was like, she's trying to get Angela to fill in for Arasha for an upcoming video, and I was sitting there like, oh, this is like messing up future videos.
Oh no!
And I was like,
Tell Courtney.
Oh, because Arasha's not gonna be there, huh? Hey,
Hi, Court.
Hey.
Arasha.
Hey, I'm recording my own YouTube video too.
Oh, cool.
Courtney, you might have heard a rumor going around this week, and you and I kind of talked a little bit about me maybe booking something. You remember the donut incident this morning?
I do recall, yes.
Yeah. It was all a scam.
I know.
We didn't know.
Wait, are you freaking serious?
It is completely fake. I need you to look at this PowerPoint right now. This was all
just got
for the
duped.
Let's Do This episode.
We just got duped so hard.
Rasha, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not going anywhere.
We don't need to fill in for all the videos she's got.
Yeah, you don't. Please don't replace me. I still need work.
I'm literally gagged. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was me 10 minutes ago.
My scam is gonna suck.
So
too.
spread the news too, so other people are also aware now.
All right, that's it.
Hello, Ian, Amanda. I believe the best way to get revenge is to do what was done to you better and harder. I lied. Better.
Oh.
I'm nervous.
This is me, my friend Patrick, and Arasha's best friend, Rowan.
Oh my gosh.
This was a group text that we started a month and a half ago.
Oh my God.
Everyone was on the prowl. We had to really go slow.
Okay. This is not what I was expecting.
About a month ago, I told Arasha that I was becoming friends with one of her best friends. And I, during sleepover rehearsals, told Arasha that we were following each other on Instagram. Here's a video of that.
Sorry, one sec, Tommy.
That's fine.
Yeah?
Were you happy or
It was
unhappy?
nothing to see there besides just some fun DMs. Like we were like sending each other like smiley faces off of our stories. And I didn't want to throw Arasha off, so we started really
What's
slow.
up, Rack? Welcome in.
And then this is when
Glad you're
Rowan
here.
had texted Arasha, and Arasha said, "Shut up, OMG, y'all exchanged numbers." Because then we told Arasha we had gotten off of Instagram and onto texting. So we
Oh
were
my
just showing her, oh, we're
gosh.
friends. Next slide.
This is
This is
so
when I began
elaborate.
Decoy pranks. Because I knew Arasha was on the lookout. So that's when I created a fake fan account for her to know somehow that that was me and that would be my prank. So I created another prank that was an Instagram account that for some reason keeps getting followers. And it's called Arasha Should Be a Legit Marvel Star, literally. And for the last couple weeks, I've just been making awful reels.
Please put Arasha in a Marvel movie, please.
Creating those?
Oh my gosh.
I did that.
Scary.
Yes. So this, not the prank. If anything, I didn't want to, I wanted to give her little hints. That is my voice. I made sure the account followed everyone but B, so she thought I slipped up or something and she would catch me in the act. Meanwhile, my other prank is going very slow, very well, and just off on the side. Then I wanted to do what was done to me. but
How
better.
many
She made
pranks
me
is
do a
she
self-tape
doing
for
right
her,
now?
So I made her do a self-tape for me.
No.
I made Arasha 2 nights ago do a voiceover audition with me, which I don't know why you would need a reader for this. And it was a fake cartoon. So I tried to get as crazy as I could, and I did the craziest voice ever and just watched her respond to it. This is some of the self-tape. Let's do another one and I'll make another bold choice.
Yeah, I love it. These are really good bold choices too. It's
Thank you.
super silly.
That would be so cringy to
I
watch
know, right?
yourself
It's like,
falling for a prank.
Yeah,
Oh.
That's
Okay.
good that they provided you with that.
I know. That's really nice. Okay.
No. Not that one. Ours has a whole lot of tiny legs.
No. In that case, you must be the lovely widow Fusion.
The voice.
I don't think so. Our bug has 2 very cute antennas.
Well, why didn't you say so?
So the whole time I was like, I just need to make sure she knows that that's a prank, right? So then she'll never smell me and Rowan's prank. Right after that self-tape, Arasha called me immediately. She called me and goes, that was a prank.
By the way, if you're wondering about
I
the
got your
echo,
ass.
that is
And I was
just
like, "Hee."
the audio
Hung
of the
up, and then
video.
recalled her back and filmed it. I didn't mean to hang up on you.
Oh, you've come to apologize.
I'm not coming to apologize. I just didn't mean to hang up on you because I'm not lying.
I believe you.
This is all. Well, what's yours? Because you're getting revenge too.
I'm not in that video.
Yes, you are.
Still.
That's a real self-tape.
If it's real, I wish you the best of luck. But if it's fake, I'm ahead of your fucking game.
I'm ahead.
in head.
I'm ahead of your game. You're in my head and I'm in your head. I love you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Say love you back.
Say I love you.
So then I started the other prank, the real prank, and Rowan and I started planting seeds that we were actually hanging out. I got random pictures of a brunch place. Rowan and I still haven't really met in person. And Rowan and I both posted pictures. So we both posted these on our main stories. And Arasha slid into both of our DMs. Shut up, you and Angela, the Insta story, I need deets.
I'm trying to be a good friend and fucking set somebody up.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm trying to be a good fucking friend and get you on Marvel, and now all of it's fake.
You didn't help me at all.
I helped you. I put you on tape. What do you mean I didn't help you? I talked to Marcus and we hit
Finish your presentation.
Next slide. This is when the prank started.
Next
My goal was
slide.
to create drama between Rowan and I for Arasha to get in the middle of, that she had to clean up. And that's when I started being a little crazy to Rowan. Well, Rowan knew this, but I called Rowan 5 times at 9 a.m. And we had Rowan send this to Arasha and was like, okay, this happened this morning. And I'm like, question mark, haha, I was asleep, but I'm afraid to ask. Well, I texted her, but she didn't answer. Arasha said, what? 5 missed calls? How do you feel about that?
I'd love it if she was like, sounds like Angela.
This is when I went in for the kill. This is a fake conversation I had with Rowan. And these are the screenshots that Rowan sent to Arasha, okay? So this is me. I said, I just did a self-tape with Arasha. She goes, ugh, that angel had it go. Good. She said, you guys are super close. And then Rowan goes, oh yeah. It's like one of my fave people ever. We always laugh so hard together. She's been a loyal friend, wonderful. I was like, I want to be like that. I mean, listen.
Oh my
I feel like our
gosh.
friendship is really blossoming. Who knows? And I go, like Sex in the City? I don't know. And then, oh yeah, squad. Let's be besties right now. No, you don't mean it. Like I mean it. I mean, how do you mean it exactly? Other people's friendships sometimes make me jealous. Like I want that. Me. I get that. Well, I think you're awesome. Let's see what happens. No. You're being nice about it again. Stop that. So then Rowan sent these screenshots to Arasha being like, I don't know what to do here.
You're gonna show my messages,
And
aren't you?
Really sweet. You should. Don't even get me started. Next
Oh no.
Rowan sent these to Arasha. Either I'm not getting her sense of humor, or this is weird. I cannot tell. And then Arasha, this sweet, sweet angel that Arasha is. Thanks for saying that, boo. You can always come to me, baby, blah, blah, blah. So if I'm being honest, these texts are like kind of ick.
Oh no.
This is Arasha responding to Rowan.
Yeah. So if
About
I'm being honest
Angela.
about these texts, it's like kind of ick. Like it's a bit cringy, but I think it might be her tone for sure. In person, as you know, she's super nuts and super sweet. And she's a super specific type of crazy, which is loving and endearing. However, it's up to you if you like that vibe or it's an ick.
I mean, that's fair.
Oh my god!
Oh man, this is intense.
That's totally fair.
Her about you guys, and she kept it pretty casual, and she said, we're just friends, we moved on, blah, blah. So Arasha being the sweetest angel ever.
She called you crazy.
No, but that's, no. I
To
think
be
that's-
fair.
But it might be a vibe.
I think you're all ick.
Oh my god, I was so worried. I was like, Angela's being such a freak to Rowan.
And I was so worried that you were gonna get fired from fucking Marvel because we broke the NDA. Next slide.
This is so good.
I was so worried about you. You let the show.
I barely touched your life.
You touched my life in so many other ways. I thought you and Rowan were real friends. This was a month and a half
Now
ago.
we are friends, and I love Rowan, and we're all gonna hang out.
No, I hate both of you.
No, don't do this.
Excellent revenge.
This made you look amazing.
I don't need that.
I love you.
Guys,
That was fucking disgusting.
that was so gross.
I'm
Rasha.
so pissed.
I guess you guys can hug.
I'm so pissed.
You don't respect the hustle?
I do. Fuck it. I lied. Again.
Oh my
actually.
gosh.
Technically, I've been lying to you all for 4 months.
Wait.
I'm not getting married.
What? What the f? We talked about your wedding venue for like 20 minutes this morning.
Wait, you're literally fucking kidding.
Listen,
What is wrong with you?
guys. No, I'm really sorry.
You had pictures.
No, I don't believe this. I don't believe this.
You told me not to book anything. Bitch.
Okay.
May I say, I can't believe it.
So let me first address
Oh
this photo
my
right
gosh.
here.
It's just getting
obviously
worse.
The entirety of the lie, we had to draw from something that was believable. So this is my very real, very lovely boyfriend, Fabian, who we employed.
Freaked out at an event when I told him congratulations. He goes, shh, shh.
So
Oh my God.
let's maybe take it all the way back to the beginning.
Now it makes
okay?
sense.
In January, Aaron and Emily contacted me and they were like, hey, we're doing an episode on lying again. And it would be so awesome if we could do a lie that spanned like half of the year. So I started thinking and I was like, what was the most like recent viral moment in the Smosh space? And that was, of course,
Courtney and Shane.
Courtney's
Yep.
wedding, right? Everyone was like, is it real? Is it not? And I was like, well, that's my job. That's my bit. So I quite literally topped the lie by suggesting that I should suggest that I'm getting married.
Do you remember we checked in? Do you remember like months ago?
Yeah.
We said, how's your weekend going? And we talked to you. Oh my God.
I said, I don't know if he's gonna propose. Arasha, you better be careful.
That's
Don't get your
crazy.
hopes up. You just never know.
There was a specific day that I told like the whole cast. Everybody knew that, you know, I was traveling one weekend to Canada with Fabian. So I sort of planted it then and was like, you guys, I think he might propose this weekend. Like,
Oh my
I'm not
gosh.
sure. While I don't have footage of telling all of you, I actually have a recording of my telling Tommy.
What makes you think that?
He's not the best at keeping secrets.
Is he acting
Yes, I remember.
He's acting a little weird. And like, I think I might have told you like last year, he was sort of hinting at it with just like, I mean, like obviously people were getting married here and like a lot of like stuff was happening and like discussions. He's been specific.
Oh my gosh. This is crazy.
Being like, we should get dinner in Canada.
So much
And-
information. I should have known.
Obviously told Tommy, told everybody. They were incredibly supportive.
What do you mean told us? We conversed about it for hours.
Like, we're talking phases. Like, this is like so fucking layered.
This is great.
Oh my gosh. We'll come back to it. We're about just over halfway through the video. It's quite a long one. So we still got another 10 minutes left. So let's go ahead and look into some information on Arasha and Angela. And oh my gosh, imagine keeping up a lie that long. And it's not like a little lie. It's I'm getting married lie. You got the ring on. You're posting about it. Literally everybody is being scammed on this. The well wishes and everything. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Oh, I love how Angela, you know, did that lie with her friend. So it's super like personal and relatable. And then Arasha just went way over that. Arasha, Indian American actor that began appearing in Smosh in 2022. Outside of Smosh, she's appeared in several short films, including The Bench and Speech Therapy. Also a journal. So it's not out of the realm that she would be potentially casted. For Marvel's a bit of a stretch, but it's not completely out of the realm, I guess. Arasha began the Spitball podcast with her friend Rowan. That Rowan. On Smosh, Rowan made an appearance during Angela's segment, We Get Revenge on Each Other. Yep. As we just saw. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. The Queen of Lies is what she's known as. The Queen of Lies. So she's been in quite a few movies and short films. Rasha's the second youngest member of the Smosh family after Trevor, left-handed. Her mother helped Arasha and Garrett prepare the food in Indian food taste test, Eat It or Yeet It. And as appeared in the video, Damien and Arasha played Two Truths, One Lie. Arasha is known as the Queen of Lies, which got its start in the video Entering Our Scammer Era. Her alias has been referenced in most social deduction game videos, such as The Queen of Lies plays secret World War II baddie. That's what I'll say there. Has a brother who's 2 years older. Auditioned for Smosh accidentally. During Smosh Sleepover Live Beppardy, one of the questions was, who auditioned for Smosh accidentally? It was revealed that, as typical casting process requires actors to self-submit videos and whatnot, there was a mistake made where the Smosh casting department told Arasha that she was requested by someone to audition. Only after going through the audition process and officially made in the cast, she realized that there wasn't anyone who requested her. So no one requested her to submit for it. How was she found? That makes no sense. Has a black belt in Taekwondo. Huge sweet tooth. Proclaimed picky eater. Blames it on being an overthinker. Treasures her heating pad. Superstitious. Believes that words can cast spells. Favorite movie is A Quiet Place Part 2. That movie was, oh my gosh. So I saw it in theaters, A Quiet Place Part 2. I saw the first one, of course. Let's see. Is that the... Wait, that might be the one with... hold on a second. Is this the one I'm thinking of? No. Okay. So the sequel to that... So part 2 still had John Krasinski, Emily Blunt, Cillian Murphy, etc. What's the next one after that? It's like it's the one set in like New York or something like that. Quiet Place film series. Okay, Day One. So I saw that in theaters. So John Krasinski obviously wrote it. But I saw it in theaters, and the theater that we saw it in, the projector, it was kind of a smaller theater, so the projector was in the room with us, and it was so loud. So loud. Oh my gosh, it was terrible. A movie that's based on keeping it quiet was not quiet at all. It was ridiculous. Could not believe it. It was one of those moments where, like, should I ask for my money back? And you don't ever want to do that because it's like, ugh. Then I have to, like, talk to somebody about it and demand it. And it's just like, ugh. It's a whole headache. But, good grief. We get revenge on each other. Final episode of the Smosh series. Let's do this. I wish there was more written about this. I really do. It is such a fantastic, fantastic thing. Angela, of course, we've gone over her quite a bit. She's been quite the subject of Smosh videos that I've reacted to. Began appearing in August 2022. Same with Arasha. Confirmed member of the Smosh family. Graduate of the UCLA School of Theater, Film, and Television. Studied comedy theater, such as the Upright Citizen Brigade, the Groundlings, Second City. All very famous, by the way. She made her TV acting debut in the role as hipster number 2 in the American sitcom Two Broke Girls. That was on, I think that was on Fox with Kat Dennings. She has since appeared in many TV series, including Nickelodeon's Danger Force, Call Your Mother, and also appeared as herself in the ABC Discovers LA Talent Showcase. So she's done quite a bit. Done some musicals, like just a lot. She's absolutely done a lot, which is not surprising coming from this level of talent. That's not surprising. And just seeing how, seeing how absolutely like high energy she is and just willing to take a joke to whatever extreme that she can. It's pretty impressive. It always makes me laugh. Always. Chance, Angela, and Arasha are the best additions to Smosh since the original Pit cast, in my opinion. Honestly, pretty great trio there. Pretty great from what I've seen. I've made a post here about how I didn't really vibe with Chance's humor when they first started. But since then, he's gotten way more comfortable, and I feel like these three are the best new additions to Smosh we've had in a long time. Every single one of them is such good chemistry with the rest of the cast. They're all absurdly hilarious, always seem like they're having the best time of their lives. Angela's Doodle Bob level chaos is impeccable. Yeah, the chaos with Angela is a good word. Arasha's lying gimmick and her absolute masterclass of manipulation and wit is endlessly entertaining. As we've been seeing, the lying gimmick is just chef's kiss. Chance simultaneously acting as a wrangler and an instigator never gets old. Of the videos that I've reacted to, Chance has been very funny. Very funny. It's cool how fast they all found their niches. My only complaint is I wish they could lean into their improv talents on things that aren't TNTL. Let Chance and Angela sing. Let them all act. They have so much sketch potential. This is my biggest gripe as well. Let them read more diaries on Smosh Pit, maybe sent by fans or something. It's so hilarious seeing them try to act out the seriousness of a teen feels while knowing how absurd a teenager's mind can be at times. Let them dance or sing or dress up or do a reunion video of X series. I love how absurd. I love seeing absurd. Wait, what? I love seeing absurd while they all try to not break. Huh? I love seeing the absurdity while they all try not to break while in character. I personally would love more sketch humor with different members. Amanda and Angela are my favorite duo ever. I mean, pretty great duo for sure. Love to see them in sketches. Amanda's first episode feels like I'm here as a favor, but now it feels like she's everyone's longtime friend. I didn't get along with Chance at first, but now I really enjoy his humor. Arasha is insane. I wish to see more of her in Smosh Improv. And Angela, she's literally perfect for this job. Yeah, I would firmly agree with that. Just chaotic, but hilarious at the same time. Chance and Arasha are comedic geniuses. Don't forget Amanda. Indeed. Couldn't agree more. Add in that Anthony is back as well. They could do more funerals. I have to go with Jackie, Amanda, and Angela as the best new cast members. Honorable mention to Tommy as the best non-cast cast member. I do not understand the Arasha glazing. She's very unfunny and just feels like, oh, wow. Wow. Hot take. Very hot take. Jeez. To be honest, was just thinking about my favorite cast today. Find it really hard to separate my top 7. Honestly, that's probably most people's opinions. It's difficult to try to quantify it. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Obviously, there's some hot takes in there, but most people are like, yeah, I mean, maybe add Amanda and it's a great quad, if you will. Let's go ahead, because it does seem like Amanda's in a lot of these videos that I'm reacting to. It just happens to be the case. And Amanda with Shane is such an interesting duo, a very interesting duo. And obviously, Amanda with Angela is just chaos. Chaos. It's so funny because Amanda's so chill for the most part, and Angela is just so off the wall. It's just an interesting juxtaposition between those two. Let's go ahead and jump back into this and watch the rest.
Right,
Crazy.
right. And then, of course, phase 2,
The proposal.
the proposal. So we went off, we did our trip, nothing ended up happening there, of course, but then when we landed back here, we actually went straight to Aaron's apartment where we set this up.
Oh no.
So this is like in an alleyway.
Could you imagine?
You guys are sick in the Where do you live, Aaron?
Aaron, you need friends and another job. Aaron, this is too much.
You know, we made it look really nice and pretty. We like hung up lights and we got this dinner. And
Oh
This
my.
picture, remember she sent it to us. I was like, it's a good picture. It's kind of foggy, which means they're having a good time on the time.
Well, so I'm glad you brought up the
That's
blurriness
wild.
of the photo. And the reason for that was actually because this ring from Amazon hadn't arrived yet. So we were using a different ring and I didn't want you guys to know. So that's why we just kind of had it shaky so that you wouldn't know that it was two different
And
rings.
can I have this ring for 1 second?
Of course.
This is the cheapest motherfucking piece of shit I've ever held in my hand.
These were among the very great photos that we took. If you look really closely, we were crossing our fingers, actually, just in broad, right in front of the photo, just right there.
Oh
You don't
my.
look for Easter eggs when you cross for people you love. When you're celebrating someone, you don't go, where are the fucking rings? You don't look for Easter eggs when you trust somebody.
The announcement. These are the screenshots
Oh my god.
of our text. So
Oh my fucking God. These are two girls. Oh my God. Who didn't remember. Look at my face. Marvel shit.
and like my great friends that you are, you guys were so happy for me.
Oh my God.
I have to find this out looking like fucking this.
So here was the tricky part. I had to make opportunities.
That's so funny
for
that this is
footage
after
of
the
me
Marvel
talking about the marriage. So this is
scam.
me in a Smosh theater right before we get into it, announcing it to the cast and crew. Before we get started, I just wanted to make a little announcement. This is my first video as an engaged woman.
TikTok, comment on the TikTok dial. TikTok, comment on the TikTok dial. No, yay, Raja! They say you're funnier when you're taken.
Oh no.
You guys could have cut the part where I absolutely bombed in front of the whole company.
There was one more person that I had to tell on the cast as well, and that was Shane. So I actually also did it before we were rolling on a games video. So if we go to the next slide, this is me informing Shane on camera.
Cool. Sick.
Cool. I'm getting married. Oh yeah.
What?
She's doing it at really.
What?
Don't do what?
Sorry, I just remember that I didn't tell you, and I was like,
Holy shit! Congrats.
remember us talking about
I'm
it?
like, wait, we're rolling. Are you pranking me?
No, it's for real.
Whoa! Congrats! Oh my gosh.
He's never gonna forgive you.
Yeah, that's
Both times he did it, I was like a crazy time to do it right after the slate.
Right. The games team was also in on it, so Spencer also is another person who was in on it. The entire crew and company, they are in on it. We needed to add some, like, a little bit of trouble, a little, like, turmoil to the whole thing. Like, it couldn't just be like, I'm married, just kidding, I'm not. So we had to add this element of it, that there was some conflict.
I'm gonna sleep in this shirt.
Oh, f me.
What happened?
Oh. I literally told myself that there was one thing that I had to do, and that was not wear my ring in my video.
You gotta take it from the top.
Yeah, can we just film again? Can we just do that again?
When does this come out?
It's fine. No, it's totally fine. Not a big deal.
You'll figure something out.
Yeah, I'm wearing other rings. Like they're
That's
probably.
exactly what I did for a long
Yeah,
time.
it's fine.
They're gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine.
So you guys are great, supportive friends. You had my back there. You were like, you don't have to answer to anybody.
gosh.
Okay, and listen, it was incredibly difficult. Okay.
This is crazy.
It was
Just
incredibly
played
hard.
on 'em
Multiple times
so
I reached out
bad.
to Aaron throughout this and was like, I am too guilty. I cannot do this because you guys were so happy for me.
Yeah.
You guys were so
Yeah.
incredibly supportive.
were.
Phase 3.
Okay, I'm excited for this.
Oh no, I'm not excited for this.
So we wanted to make it a little weird. What if we just made everything involving my engagement a little strange and see
What is
how the
this?
rest of the cast
What is this gonna be?
responds to that? So we started first with wedding dresses.
Okay, I thought.
Okay, I'm glad we're breaking this down. Because you asked if it was too much lace, and I was like, maybe a little bit.
When you said this one, I was like, I think she's younger than me, and I can't connect with the style.
It's literally all lace.
Wait, this is the best part.
As you can see, I sent very questionable wedding dresses. If this
Hey,
was your
someone
wedding
likes
dress,
those somewhere.
That's okay. This is just not my style. Essentially, we started to see if they would tell me
The one on the right is wild.
Absolutely not.
I'm sorry.
It's your wedding.
The one on the right is giving crumpled Kleenex, like tissue paper.
Here are the screenshots from the girls' chat. I sent a couple of these dresses. Angela coming in right in with the support, telling me the third will literally kill people around you on sight if they set eyes on you.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe you were trying to tell me something there. Courtney loves the textures. You know, everyone is really, really supportive.
Oh my God, I went way too hard. I'm like, love, love, love. 3 is the best.
Then,
Okay. This is when. Okay.
Okay, why would you let me do this? Your skirt is, and he's looking up.
Arasha, when you said these, I was so fucking gassed.
what is this? And why is Fabian pregnant?
Listen.
What's that?
I thought you were rushing the process just a little bit.
Yeah.
I was
Those
like,
are
these are good
terrible.
people with a terrible photographer.
This is so brilliant and so smallly, like in a.
It's
Just a
faintly
little weird. Just a little weird.
I like you checking that the Chipotle settled in really well.
No joke. I was like, I feel like all of the photo shoots she does for her shows and stuff are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Thank
And I was like, she dropped the ball. And I was like, I don't know if I want to like say like you should do it again. It worked like it felt wrong.
I also felt like sometimes the partner's like, oh, I know this guy, and he's gonna take our photos, and we got a deal, and then you get him, and you're like, oh, but
Right.
they're too late.
And I'm so glad that you guys brought our photographer. Next slide, because it was in fact Brennan. Let's check this out. So we took these photos in a random park.
You guys, are you guys getting so much into this?
Here are all the wonderful reactions from the photos. I love that all you could say is just that I looked really happy.
I'm so dead. Nobody said, hey, what was your inspiration for those poses?
Yeah, I looked through all of them, and my favorite was just that one.
Pure joy. Courtney goes, love the posing. We just get OMG from Angela. It's great. Amazing. These were weird, but they weren't weird enough, right? We had to push the envelope just that much further.
Oh gosh.
And that's when you all received
The
our
invitations?
save the dates.
Oh
Which is
no.
all
20.
It is on my fridge, and
Mine
H
is
and I
too.
discussed it.
It's awful. It's terrible. I mean, the
Oh boy. Oh gosh. Invitation to follow. And it's just this massive double line URL. Oh, that's brutal. It's almost hard to read. There's no like specific information. It's just Boston, Massachusetts. Somewhere in Boston, you'll find it.
pink and the orange. First of all, who would choose this awful freaking photo? And then you have this Western font up here and this other font. And yes, please, 4/20 of next year, which is a Monday. It's a Monday.
You said that you got a deal at the venue.
Yeah.
I said 420. That's weird. And you're like, yeah, hey, it was a good deal at the venue. And I went, I believe my friend.
I can't believe this happened to us again.
And I hope you all got the chance to peruse the lovely website that we made.
Oh,
Well, you know what
no.
happened this morning.
If you did click on the link and go to this website, you would see everything that we constructed. Pop the bubbly, I'm getting a hubby.
And
You have got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Doesn't even rhyme.
Yeah.
We have a huge,
Terrible
huge
font.
pink and lime green.
Bad photo.
This photo that looks like I'm announcing my pregnancy. Like, we are really not sure what's happening here. Our ship name, if you put it together, is Arabian. So we have hashtag Arabian Nights 2026.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought
It's
it
at
was a
the
little,
aquarium.
like,
Okay.
This is the craziest fucking shit.
Bold colors. There is a specific line that says, you know what they say, c'est une farce,
It's a
which
farce.
is French for
lie.
this is a prank. Here was our registry, which only had 4 items.
I did see this and I thought, damn, girl. A $4,000 couch. Some people do it.
Yep, $2,000 espresso machine, a $650 dog bike trailer
Oh
and
my
stroller.
gosh.
I don't like dogs.
Or you can
Open
contribute
bar.
to the open bar at the wedding, which you
Actually,
know
that's actually a pretty good idea. Just to take like wedding gifts to help pay for the open bar tab. That's actually kind of cool.
what? Not a bad idea. In the end, you guys, next slide, there can really only be one trickster, and that is me.
You
So-
copied the pose.
Are you mad?
Oh
Are you
my
guys
gosh.
sad?
I thought it was a fun idea.
I cannot believe you did this for that long.
Listen. Okay, all jokes aside,
That's
you guys, I
impressive.
will share one vow, okay? And my vow is that I will never lie again.
I don't believe
I'm
it.
retired. I'm done.
I don't believe it. Do you believe it?
I don't believe it.
That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Crazy. It's impressive. I thought Angela's was very well thought out, you know. I thought the first one was okay. It wasn't great. Yeah, it got some pretty interesting reactions from them, but Angela's was pretty good. This third one, the marriage fake proposal, beautiful. Beautifully done because it's so personal. It's so heartfelt. You want to be happy for them. You want to, you know, talk about it and interested and, oh, let me save the date and all that stuff. And, oh, gosh, that is brutal. It's brutal because it affects other parts of your life, right? You're not scheduling things for 4/20/26, like, or anything around it, really. That's maybe, oh my gosh. Could you imagine if somebody like scheduled work off that long in advance? Oh gosh. Oh, that's amazing. Although I do think that open bar contributing is actually a pretty genius level wedding gift. I think that is brilliant because, you know, bar tab's going to be probably pretty decent by the end of it. So it might not, you know, go into your pocket, but it's also helping you pay for something that you have to pay anyway. So it's kind of interesting. Link down below in the video description on YouTube for the original video. Go throw out some much deserved love. Wow, that was something. That was absolutely fascinating. I don't know if I've seen. See, what I like about that is that it's good-hearted. Like, it's not like a negative prank. You're not walking up to somebody on the street, you know, and like messing with them. It's not that level of YouTube prank where it's just gross. Like you're calling somebody a name and you're hoping to get a reaction, maybe even physical violence. Like, if you've ever seen those and remember that era of YouTube, it was not cool. Not cool at all. It got a lot of views and a lot of followers or subscribers, but it never interested me because I was just terrified for anyone involved in that. Like, it was just brutal to watch. That I couldn't watch it. This is more lighthearted and interesting because, number one, they're close. They do work together, but it seems like they're very close. They have good chemistry. So it's a little bit more interesting, and it's harmless. It's not too bad. Like, nothing is too bad that was shown. So it's fun pranks. It's very fun pranks, but nonetheless, it is extremely funny. Extremely funny. Second and third one, definitely. If I were to choose the best, it's got to be the proposal, for sure. For sure. Proposal's by far the best, which kind of makes sense. it was the long one. It was the one that lasted half a year, or certainly quite a few months. That is amazing. Oh my gosh. Excellent. Let's go ahead and jump into the next one. I have never seen this. Frankly, I've never heard of it. It's Nora and Rocco TikTok compilation from the show Sram, which apparently is based off of Scam or Scam. Not exactly sure which way to say it, but it should be interesting. These are TikTok edits, so let me go ahead and adjust this just a little bit. I think that'll be good. And let's jump in. We'll obviously read some information afterwards, try to figure out more about it, and the characters and everything. So let's go ahead and jump.
Ajme, Rocco. Sorry, cura, meni je toliko cringe. Kaj? Mama ti nije dovoljno mazila. I onda ću te zvati Šupa.
Kaj s našim dogovorom?
Idem u petak. S kim? Neki random lik, nisam ti niš govorila jer nije bitno. Da, ziher.
Some random dude.
Ako bude bitno, značiš. Mysterious? Ovo je moja polovica od tvoja, neću prolaziti.
Flirting with that line there.
Idem u petak. S kim? Neki random lik, nisam ti niš govorila jer nije bitno realno. Da, ziher. Okej. Ako bude bitno, značiš.
Sad ćemo razgovarati. A ne mogu shvatiti zašto me toliko ne voliš, a nismo se ni upoznali kad spadam.
Ja se kreni ponašati kao osoba, a ne kao vodeći kliše.
Kad ćemo s našim dogovorom? Kaj s našim dogovorom? I zašto onda sam sve to, kad se već nadala, zašto onda sad samo vani?
Otko tebi da smo mi u vezi?
Ja se nam
Getting some strong Effie vibes.
Pa ne znam. Sam mislila da si ti isto njemu jedna u nizu, koji ja. No, vjerojatno jesam. Nisi. Vidim kak te gledam. Potpuno drugačija od ostalih cura.
Effie indeed. Total F-boy in the first season. Yeah, it kind of seems like it. Effie was a vibe for quite a few years. Just that kind of like detached, mysterious. You'll never get too close. It's just amazing. Also incredibly frustrating.
We can make it if we try. But all that I'm saying is, you'll never be alone.
Što sam htio reći još da nemoj četi pa neko ne voli.
Oh my gosh, Cook and Freddie. Oh my gosh. Cook was such an interesting character. I'm kind of torn between Cook and Chris as favorite characters from that. Chris was just awesome.
A znači sa Srenom si mogla spavati samo misli, jel?
Čekaj, molim te. Roko, on je meni stavio G u piće.
Šta ti je stavio?
Jeez.
Da ti padne dlaka s glave, evo bi to. Šta si novi radio? Nema me zvat, please.
Put G in your drink, we ride at dawn.
Da ti padne dlaka s glave, evo bi to.
Roko, on je meni stavio G u piće.
Šta ti je stavio?
Stavio me drogu za silovanje, ja nisam znala ništa, uopće nisam znala kaj se dešava.
Zajebavaš?
Ne, pa ja se ničeg ne sjećam, ja nisam bila svjesna da on mene fotko. Daj čekaj, kaj radiš?
Šta si novi radio? Kaj? Kako si bolest?
Give it up to the only William remake to beat his brother up.
Her disappeared just like poof, then she's gone. Addicted, don't know what the fuck I'm on. I can't stop it when I feel it coming on. When we chill, it starts to smoke and something strong.
You can ask the flowers, I sit for hours, telling all the bluebirds, the bill and coo birds, pretty little baby, I'm so in love with you.
Ja iskreno ni ne znam da li ti misliš da će išta biti dobro. Šta je s onom da ćemo biti iskreni?
Roko, on je meni stavio G u piće.
Ne, se to radi. Volim.
Ja fakat ne moram biti s dečkom koji je nasilnik. Meni je to nasilje nešto najgore, ja se ježim na to kao fakat ne moram.
Sorry.
Was that before or after? Was that after?
Nemoj što te mene ko ne voli.
Gotta get that Tom Cruise run going. Before there was another incident of violence. Gotcha. The Nirvana. Not the one with his brother, okay. Well, at least he used the violence for a good purpose. Before that, maybe not. Count it, one thirst trap. One thirst trap. Apparently the second season aired not that long ago, April 26th. So pretty topical. Released globally through YouTube. Wow.
Nema nas dvoja, ne znam gdje si to izmislio. Daj čekaj! Kaj radiš? Daj čekaj, ovo
She didn't care about his brother getting his butt. That was deserved. Yeah. Indeed. What? Really? So what happens in the first one? In the original? Most recent remake? The original came out in 2015? Jeez.
Oh my god, boy.
Dođi. Nazvala si me jučer.
Da.
I'll explain the format
Ne
after
znam,
the
mislim da želiš javiti.
Ja da se tebi ne želim javiti. Rekam cijeli tjedan da mi se javiš. Treseš se, no? Tako holičak. Ja to šuškam, a? Hoćeš čaj?
Može.
Kamilica. Za moju Kamilicu.
Settle down with me. Cover me up.
Da ti padne dlaka s glave.
Skuti.
Htio bi to.
Lie down with me. And hold me in your arms. And your heart's against my chest. Your lips pressed to my neck. I'm falling for your eyes, but they don't know me yet. And with a feeling I forget, I'm in love now. Kiss me like you wanna be loved. Wanna be loved.
Isuse Bože. Ovdje sam neđeo brisati.
Second season just finished. Nice. Very topical.
I'm only a fool. Tell me pretty lies. Look in my face. Tell me that you love me even though it's fucking crazy. I don't fucking care for me right now. Yeah. Hey.
Ne sad, nego mi reci šta je bilo.
I almost feel like these teen drama slice of life shows should almost always be happening. Because there's always a new crop of teens that can relate to this kind of stuff.
Ja te samo iskreno molim da me pustiš na miru.
Okay.
And obviously they exaggerate some things, and that's just is what it is. But there's probably a good deal of this that's very relatable to somebody out there. Or at least parts of it is relatable to you. I think that's why I like the In-Betweeners so much, is because how awkward they were. That was immediately relatable. Maybe not Will's level of awkwardness, but pretty close. I think that's what made
Vito, drago mi je.
I think that's what made Skin so relatable in some aspects. It was just how everyone was trying to find themselves.
Kaj kažeš? Pazio. A?
Isuse Bože. No daj, briši to.
Zoveš? A daj pa mi se fakat svira.
Ne, samo molim te, briši. Briši.
Taking the pictures is one thing, right? Terrible. Then showing it to the person, like, that's somehow even worse, I guess. Although it lets them know that you're being weird. like it's just bad, and then it just got worse. Jeez. Oh gosh. Whole thing is a nightmare.
Čekaj, molim te. Roko, ko je meni stavio G u piće?
Šta ti je stavio? Da ti padne dlak iz glave. Tebi tu.
Daj, čekaj.
Šta si nudio?
Obviously, you can tell this interaction was pretty huge for a decent amount of people.
Ne moraš se ispričavati, prestat ću te gnjaviti i to je to. Mogu ići?
Ti si sebi tak super, jel?
Ne. Ti si mi super.
Just every line is just perfect. You're sly, sir. You're sly.
A tamo si ti htio doručak napraviti.
Baš šteta da sam propustila taj kulinarski spektakl.
Ko ti kriv?
Well, there's that scene.
Suki, sumpor, fosfat,
Ali lijepo mažiš mi.
trati.
Ne idi sad, nego mi reci šta je bilo. Ne idi, nek mi reci koji se kurac događa.
Se derat, bojim te se.
That morning alarm, it's a tough one.
Onda ti slaži i se vidimo, ne znam.
I kak ja onda ispadem negativac uvijek?
Yeah. Hey. Hurting deeply inside. Trust. Trust.
Well, if it seems to be a pattern,
I was broken before I
start
met Nick.
looking
Turns
right
out
here
The
and
broken
here
ones have the power to
and
heal
here
each other.
and there.
We were eternally tied together.
It's amazing how much pattern recognition is like huge in life.
Jel ga voliš?
Htio reći još da nemoj četi pa neko ne voli.
Excellent compilation. I'm excited to read more about this. Obviously, Sram is English for is in English shame, as we found out earlier. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love, and also check out the channel. They might have other videos that might interest you as well. And if you find it so interesting, you might even request it for stream. For those of you in the chat, I will post that for you. There you go. All right, let's pull up some information here. Get some opinions on it. There we go. Croatian TV series. Teen drama, if you couldn't figure that out. Remake of the Norwegian series Skam. Premiered in 2024. Series is also released globally through YouTube, where it's available with English subtitles. So if you're wanting to check it out, you just gotta be on YouTube, which chances are you probably are. It's the 8th international adaptation. Oh my gosh. Following French, Walloon, German, Italian, American, Spanish, Dutch, and Flemish. That's wild. That's incredible, actually. Series has been renewed for a second season. Apparently just got done. So you got 2 seasons, 20 episodes to go check out if you want to see it. Premise: following the lives of a group of high schoolers. Sram explores everyday issues of teenage life, such as friendships, romantic relationships, mental health. I mean, obviously the big one that I think about there is Euphoria, right? Everyone was talking about Euphoria. I think they're eventually going to come out with another season of that show. And way before that was Skins was huge. I don't know what was before that. First season centers on a 16-year-old Eva, her boyfriend Jakov, and their friends. Eva is a new student at the school, and she recently broke off her friendship with Sarah. Oh, wait a minute. We just did the second season. Nora, yes. Second season centers on Nora, who became Eva's friend at the start of the first season. Season continues the storyline between Nora and Rocco, which began in the first season. Rocco's persistent pursuit of Nora, as we could obviously see in there, eventually turns into something more despite her initial rejections. Which, according to Willow's description, is probably for the better. Nora struggles to navigate her developing feelings for him and their new relationship whilst hiding the secret from Tina. The second half of the season deals with Nora's experience with violence of an intimate nature, I guess we can say, at the hand of Rocco's brother, Sven, and the subsequent fallout. That's brutal. That is absolutely brutal. And it seems like they... Oh, gosh. That scene where he was showing her the photos was just horrendous. Oh, gosh. I can't even imagine that. All right, let's see here. So there are 10 episodes, obviously, 20 episodes in total. Yeah, the last was released literally a couple of days ago. So, fresh off the press. Fresh off the presses. While attending the opening of a new bar in the city, Nora, Eva, Nika, and Vanessa discover that Rocco helped Tina land a job as the bar's hostess. Nora confronts Rocco, arguing that the job is demeaning, but Rocco remains insistent on pursuing a date with Nora. While the girls are hanging out at Nora's place, Tina wants to leave for Rocco's party. Nora texts Rocco asking him to stop contacting Tina and hints that she might agree to a date with him after he complies and cancels the party altogether. Good grief. That's quite the situation. Oh my gosh. Oh, friends fighting over the same man. It's late. It's been a crazy hot day. No problem there. It is definitely late for sure. I'll be posting this Wednesday. So, tomorrow, today for you, I suppose. So, you can check it out then. Let's see. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil the whole freaking thing. Teaser trailer was released October 15th, 2024. That's amazing that's on YouTube, by the way. That's pretty cool, actually. Following the show's premiere episode, film critic noted that the narrative structure employed is an innovation in Croatian filmmaking. Really? Also praised the work of the show's director, as well as the writers, for securing authenticity and spontaneity of the language, which in turn made it easier for young actors without experience to give an uninhibited natural performance and speech. Wait a minute. Was that a way of like condemning? Saying it's not exactly tough scripts so the young actors could nail it because it just seemed very dialogue-ish, like rudimentary. Like, is that kind of a slam, like a backwards compliment? Praised the show's authentic portrayal of teenagers in Croatia and their struggles, saying not only does Eva face the problem of a new school, but she also acts like a normal teenager, bringing a boyfriend home when there is no one there, going to Medica and helping a girl she meets in the club's bathroom, which will definitely remind you of your own experiences. That's great. Each season is focused on one character, and it's all through their perspective. Unlike Skins, which had each episode focused on one character. That's true. That is true. This is through entire seasons. Interesting. It's released through the use of clips. For example, if the characters make plans to meet at 1 p.m., then the clip where they meet will come out at 1 p.m. That is awesome. Whoa. Throughout the week, these clips will come out through whatever social media they use. Sometimes it's sites, sometimes it's YouTube, sometimes it's somewhere else, but they've mostly been through YouTube now. By the end of the week, the clips are there, combined into one episode. Wow, that's really genius. The characters all have social media accounts. We get chat messages when something happens release 2. It's very immersive. It's like the characters are going through the things during the week with you. That's crazy cool. I like that. I really like that. Oh, that's neat. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. I like that. Absolutely. That is innovative for sure. And I like that they're utilizing social media to make it seem like the characters are alive. That is fascinating. It kind of makes you wonder, like, why wasn't this more of like a common occurrence? Like, it seems like that would be a great way to market the show or a show. Let's see here. Some critic of Telegram also praised the authentic portrayal of Croatian teenagers and made a pun that Sram is one of the rare Croatian shows that doesn't make her feel shame, which is ironic, obviously, based on the title. I would much rather praise an original concept, but I hope that the experience of working on this project will be the first in a series of dominoes that will ultimately change the Croatian television landscape for the better. Interesting. That's why Scam was so innovative, and people latched onto it. That makes a lot of sense. Now I get why there's so many remakes of this. Now I get why there's so many adaptations. Like, it's smart. It is very smart. For whoever, whatever channel gets the rights to broadcast it and make it, that is so genius. Okay, somebody was more critical of the show. Let's hear it. Let's hear the other side. He criticized the price paid for obtaining the adaptation license. Oh, it was probably a lot. Claimed that the original series plot isn't faithful to Croatian culture. Quote, is the public service responsible for promotion and maintenance of Croatian culture, trying to convince us that there isn't any interest for serious depictions of Croatian culture? Like, yikes. Norwegianly, yikes. At that. Paid almost €1 million. Somebody criticized the series' focus on Zagreb. I don't even know what that is. Do they watch this in Dalmatia too? Well, I don't even know what that's meant to be. I don't even get that criticism. What is that? Interesting. I have no idea what that means. Obviously, it was probably a lot of money for the license, for sure. Like, especially if it's that popular and that many adaptations have been made of it. Clearly, they're making money on it. But you would expect that, right? Amazon had to pay a ton of money to get the James Bond franchise. I think it was like $1 billion or something. Writing for Vogue ahead of the show's second season, somebody compared the show's aesthetic and that of Euphoria, like I literally just said, curating a gallery that showcased the most notable outfits from the first season. Noted that the characters' fashion choices evoke stylistic elements reminiscent of Sex in the City. Really? June 2025 review of the second season's 8th episode. Somebody described it as the most powerful and important in the series, praising its raw and empathetic portrayal of Nora's trauma. She commended the show for moving beyond teen drama cliches to responsibly depict serious issues like drink spiking, emotional aftermath, and the importance of support and communication. Nice. Was nominated for 2 awards, TV Series of the Year, series premiere episode accumulated a total of 2.5 million views across social media during the first week of its release. In the first 2 weeks after the premiere, the number of views on all digital platforms had risen to 11 million. Nice. Following the release of the 7th episode, the series drew an audience of 3.8. Positive response to the series received online after the release of the first episode. Yeah, I mean, it's just going to go up and up based on, obviously reviews and also just word of mouth. The more you share it, the more people see it. Maybe they like it. Maybe they relate to it. By December 2024, upon the conclusion of the first season, the show accumulated 64 million views, 2 million interactions, and a combined reach of 6 million unique viewers across YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Not too shabby. 3.8 million for the 7th episode. What were we just... Oh, gosh. Can't remember what show that was, but honestly, that's pretty good. That's real good, actually. People who made the OG Scum did not, for the life of them, expect it to blow up, but Tumblr was huge and became big on there. People legit watched the original Scum through, like, Google Drives. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh, that's funny. That's legitimately funny. Does anybody have a box link? Oh my gosh, what was that old site? Like a media share or something like that. Boy, the song track lists are interesting. Delete those pics. I really don't remember anything. You look like a... Anyway. Very, very cool. All right, here's some information on Rocco. Or Rocco. It's a main character in the second season of Sram and a recurring character in the first season. Student at the science school. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Complex personality. When first introduced, notoriously labeled a player, owing to his popularity with girls at school, is renowned for his good looks and confidence, traits which undoubtedly earn him a lot of female attention. As a result of this, Rocco comes across quite arrogant. In the majority of his interactions, Rocco typically maintains a cool, composed facade, making it difficult for others to decipher his true emotions. Initially, he's shown to have a rather condescending way of talking and does not seem remorseful after harshly rebuffing Tina's advances, going so far as to humiliate her in response. Boy, that's brutal. His nonchalant and cold-shouldered disposition only adds to his cocky demeanor. However, when Rocco sets his mind to something, he's revealed to be quite stubborn in his ways and refuses to back down. Obviously, his pursuit of Nora. This is the best exemplified with Nora. Yeah. Instigated by his growing infatuation, has a provocative and outwardly flirtatious attitude towards her, oftentimes testing her boundaries with bold comments, which we got pretty good earful there. Throughout the remix, some stay the same as the OG, some change some of it, and some are totally different, but make sure some of the plot points are there. It's been fun watching each. That's interesting to kind of see how it changes throughout the different iterations. That's kind of cool. Half the remakes went on to do more seasons. Question is, did they do them as well as the original seasons? That's the question. When people start going, rogue away from the original, it's like, I don't know. It's revealed at a later stage that Rocco has deep-rooted familial issues, and this is likely the reason he could be so cold in his actions. Okay, the mystery has lifted. The mysterious now became the visible. More precisely, the volatile relationship he has with his older brother, Sven. Yeah, I would say so. And the grief he carries from his sister's death left a traumatic impact on him. As a result, Rocco struggles immensely with opening up to people about his feelings, let alone discussing them. He appears to have an anxious, avoidant form of attachment, since he always tries to run away from his problems or more vulnerable emotions. He also admits to Nora that he actively tries to appease the people he's close to, and when an argument arises, he dislikes voicing his own opinion. However, these insecurities of Rocco's prove to be extremely harmful to his relationships. Absolutely. Tendency to shut down means that Rocco lets silence take the place of opening up. Yeah, that checks all the boxes for that, the leading role, mysterious, bad boy, F-boy. Everybody like it. I just watched the original Twilight. I don't know why. I just watched the original Twilight, and the opening scenes, Edward is made to seem exactly like that. Mysterious. But he's handsome, but he's mysterious. Who knows what's going on behind the walls in that family house? Rocco is very handsome and is considered one of the best-looking guys in school. Deep-set, dark blue eyes, stylish light brown hair, full lips. The description, though. They develop a simmering rivalry in the first season after Rocco mistreats Nora's close friend. What else did we... I swear we just did a friends fighting over somebody. Oh. Was that Twinkling Watermelon? No. What was that? It was something about friends like fighting over the same person, and it's brutal. It's brutal to watch. It is not good. Nora is new to the school and has been made aware of Rocco's popularity by Tina, who harbors a significant crush on him. However, Nora appears less than impressed. Tina's infatuation with him, dismissing Rocco as nothing more than a cliche. On the other hand, Rocco seems drawn to Nora, as he often is spotted staring at her intent. That's got to be brutal for Tina. Brutal. Imagine, really liking somebody, big crush, and then they want nothing to do with you, but they definitely want your friend. That happens all the time. All the time. It's unfortunate. It's gross. If you're that person, it's so brutal. Eventually, Tina succeeds in her flirtatious advances towards Rocco, and they hook up. Hey, hello. But afterwards, Rocco starts to ignore her. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, that's almost worse, honestly. What would you rather be? Just totally flat out rejected for somebody that you're interested in? Or you hook up and they just completely ignore you? I'm assuming the first one would be much better than the second one. Yeah, I think I'm pretty confident in saying that. I would rather just be fully rejected. Not interested, beat it. I would rather that than the other one. Because at the other one, you scored the touchdown. You made the goal. And then it got ripped away from you. Like, that's crazy. Oh, that'd be brutal. I'm so glad someone just went and requested this so I can make all the compilations I want without you being confused. That's funny. Oh, man. Nora's angered by Roko's callous treatment of Tina, who is evidently quite upset. Yeah, duh. Quite upset by his action. I bet very upset, actually. When Tina attempts to confront Roko at school about his behavior, he proceeds to publicly humiliate her in response. Okay. I mean, yeah. Getting just flat out rejected would be so much better. So much better. Witnessing the whole scene, Nora decides to step in, storming up to Roko. Nora mocks Roko, taking multiple jabs at him, denouncing him as childish and immature. Taken aback by the encounter, Roko starts to become all the more intent on Nora, developing somewhat of a fixation with her. I'm going to be honest. Nora's not a good friend. Nora's not a good friend. Yeah, she sticks up for him, or for Tina. But she allows it to go further than that, which is not being a good friend. So I don't know if there's like a falling out or Tina gave her the thumbs up, like, go for it, girl. But that is not good. Fixation seems to be built on a mixture of his initial attraction to her, as well as the frustration from their confrontation. Whenever they cross paths, it's tense, provocative comments, suggestive remarks, insisting he owes Tina an apology. Roko agrees on the condition that Nora has to go on a date with him. Oh, gross. Towards the end of the season 1, Roko sticks to his word, making amends with Tina by apologizing to her. Season 2, Tina's obsessive crush appears to have reignited following his apology to her. Oh. She starts to text him again, desperately trying to win his attention over the second time. In the beginning episode, Tina enlists Roko's help in getting her a job at one of the clubs where he's a DJ. Roko remains insistent in holding Nora to her word, constantly reminding her that she owes him a date. Nora's furious at the fact that Tina's still hung up on Roko. Believing that he has been feeding into it, manipulating her, she tries to warn Tina Roko could hurt her again, but Tina turns a deaf ear to her friend's advice. In the meantime, Roko hassles Nora with a barrage of texts. Oh my gosh. To which Nora sharply rebuffs. I appreciate that. Roko's persistence during a date with Nora does not falter. Doing everything to get her. This invitation spurs Tina's hopes up all the more. Good grief. She decides to take matters into her own hands, purposely attempting to create distance between Roko and Tina. For instance, Nora tries to distract Tina from attending Roko's party by recruiting her gay cousin Vito to pose as a straight guy who flirts with Tina. Distraction works. Roko tries to call Tina on the phone, wondering why That's crazy. That's wild. Oh my gosh, that's wild. Oh my gosh. Roko being an absolute a-hole in the first season is all worth it just for the confrontation scene between Nora and William, the highlight of every remake. Oh. Or seeing that Roko is trying to call Tina, sends him a text stating that he should leave Tina alone. I'm not going to read all this, but this is really wild. He was never interested in Tina on a deeper romantic level. Wild. This is absolutely wild. I'm interested in finding out what happens to Tina. Rest of Nora's friend group was in attendance. Eva sends Nora a video of Tina drunkenly trying to kiss Rocco in the evening. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's even worse. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh boy. I am very disappointed. I feel for Tina. Seeing why Nora and William are controversial in the fandom, but I don't really care. I eat it up. They're teens. Believe it or not, Sram was the softest version of Nora and William, and the William we have the most personality with. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Controversial is a good way to put it. Very good way to put it. If anybody relates to Tina, they're not going to like either of these two. Oh my gosh. Wow. Born to two artists, growing up in Vienna, Austria, Nora felt ignored and unloved by her parents, whom she described as being obsessed with each other. When she was 13, got it on with a boy she was madly in love with, believing they had a serious relationship. However, he then abandoned Nora and told everyone she was not a nice person, causing Nora to develop an eating disorder. Oh my gosh. During this time, Nora would buy smaller clothes to motivate herself to lose weight, continued to struggle, recovered sometime later after years of feeling neglected by her parents, wanted to leave Vienna and live someplace else far away from them. Support of her parents, returned to Croatia, moved in with her cousin Vito, along with his roommate. Confident and kind-hearted, Nora is defined by her unwavering loyalty to her friends. Tina has her own problems. Yeah. I hope so. I really hope so. Because that was brutal to read. Nora's quick-witted personality, always ready with a clever remark. Meets Eva for the first time at a club. Nora's the only one who never judges or questions her friends throughout their most embarrassing or difficult times. Tina being rejected by Rocco and her developing eating disorder. Very supportive, protective over her friends, whilst people she dislikes can be very standoffish and distant. I gotta figure this out. Prejudice towards her for being from Roma. Not a lot of information on Tina. Not enough. I want to see more. Oh, gosh. All right, here we go. Thoughts on Sram so far? This was 8 months ago, by the way. I was wondering what the people on here were thinking of the Croatian remake. Over on Twitter, we love it. But what about everybody else? Things you like, dislike, didn't expect, or did expect. Predictions, anything. This was before season 2 wrapped up. I'm loving it so far. I find only a few remakes watchable, so that's something. The fact that the cast consists of actual teenagers makes it much better, because there's no way you're going to convince me into thinking that the actors who are approaching 30 are going to realistically play high school teenagers. It's very much giving Hollywood vibes. I don't mean in a good way. What I like the most about it is even though they chose to stick to the original storyline, it still feels organic in a way. It feels fresh, nostalgic at the same time. It's obvious that they had some noticeable changes. which I don't mind at all because Norway and Croatia are two separate countries with completely different cultures. I can't say much. We're only 4 episodes in, but I've yet to see what will be the Croatian version of Russ Bus. I have to admit that Russ Bus meetings feel so comforting for some reason, and they will forever be missed by me. Current plan is to get / hook up with the popular guys to secure their reputation, but I don't think it would make sense for the entire plot to revolve around that. Has to be something else. The only complaint I have is certain camera acting work. I'm not a professional by any means, but I've noticed this in a few scenes already. The perfect example is lunch break scene and get together at Eva's. They were having a conversation, and it seemed as if the girls were waiting for a camera to be focused on them so they can say their part. What? Instead of having several cameras on the set that are focused on each character while they're having a casual conversation without any pauses, that would make the whole thing awkward. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's weird. So maybe it was shot with one camera. It went out of focus and they couldn't like piece it together and like have another like camera shooting B-roll that they could just switch to, then it goes back in focus and they could bring it back. That's interesting. I agree with everything, especially the small camera things, but I have to say, as a Croatian person myself, there you go, it's probably the best camera work we've gotten from a local Croatian TV show this century. Ooh, feels so fresh and modern. Other Croatian shows are abysmal in that regard. Now I want to see Croatian shows. How is it abysmal? What? There's still room for improvement, but this was the first impression of every friend I've talked to. Wow, that is interesting. I had no idea that was an issue. Now I'm just extremely interested in knowing what other Croatian shows look like. What's your predictions about season 4? It's my favorite. I'm curious about the way they'll change things to fit Vanessa's backstory. People talking about the makeup of the country. Finally, a remake where the William is hotter than the P. Chris. I'm liking it. So far, it's sticking to the same beats as the original, which is fine by me. They haven't really showed off their location so far. Take Scam Italia, for example, which really showed off Rome and made you feel like you were there. Or Scam Austin, which really hammered home U.S. car culture. Now I'm interested in seeing that. The U.S. version? That's interesting. This one feels like it could be taking place anywhere, except for the language, of course. To be fair, the William characters never promised the... Tina, a relationship or anything like that. They originally go after William because they want to have their first time with him and because he's the hot dude in the school. Of course, William didn't have to go and humiliate her in front of everyone, but like to still have feelings for him and then obsessively go after someone who doesn't like you is a bit frustrating. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Definitely a bit, what do they call it? Love drunk? Love drunk, I guess, is a good way to describe it, where you don't see reason. You're just in it. But if all the characters are teens and make mistakes, true. Loving their takes on the characters. They feel new and fresh. Really love Eva. I really like Tina so far. Their version of Vild, or I don't even know how to pronounce it. One of the most interesting things I found is that her and Vanessa know each other and live in the same neighborhood. I'm intrigued to see more, and it adds another layer to the relationship. They know each other for a long time, live in the same neighborhood. Been pretty funny, too, so far. Overall, I think it's pretty great. Loving the photography. There you go. Big, bold letters. Dialogues, for the most part. Summer house episode, scene in which all the girls meet each other and agree to hang out. My main negative is their goal and what follows from it. Hooking up with the cool guys so they can build their reputation. So that graduation, they get to sit at the back of the train. Oh my gosh. How many times have we seen that cliche? Oh man. How many movies and shows have they made about teens wanting to hook up and get it on before graduation? Oh my gosh. There's entire movies made about that. And not just like one. We're talking multiple. I do think that this is where they should have taken a major detour from the OG. It still would have been possible to have all the important events that drive the plot forward and set up for other seasons while making it more authentic, believable, relatable to the average Croatian watcher. I think that's wise. Try to house it in whatever culture you're trying to make it for. Have some like very relatable stuff for the local population that's watching it. I think that's smart. As a Croatian fan, I love the fact that so many people commenting are actually from Croatia. I love it so much. I'm thrilled we got our own version. I couldn't imagine it at first. I usually don't watch Croatian shows because they're pretty cringe. Really? Okay, now I gotta see. I gotta see the cringe. But this one is extremely realistic and it pulls me in completely. I would love if it strayed a bit further from the original because the Rust Bus storyline is a little lost in our culture. Although I adore Vanessa and Romani representation, I also can't wait to see more of that. Okay, so obviously bits and pieces don't quite mesh with the Croatian culture, but it sounds like it was quite a departure from typical Croatian television. Love the cast, also gorgeous and talented. Probably the most visually beautiful of all the versions. Wow, it's very cinematic and has a lot of super creative shots. Loving it so far. Haven't watched the original, but I see that Russ is mentioned a lot. I believe that Russ in the Croatian version will be what is called Norijada in Croatia. I have no idea what that is. Could you explain more? It's a gathering of high school graduates on the last day of high school. It starts early in the morning. The city closes most of its streets as students walk from their high schools to the main square, where everyone then drinks and walks to either a park or, so a park in the southeast or southwest, depending on what's decided that year. They also have giant speakers on wheels that follow the procession as the students walk to the park, drink, throw wheat everywhere. Takes about 40 minutes. Then there's a huge party in the park with more drinking. Wow. That is not American culture. That's awesome. I love that. Obviously, it's not legal for graduating high school graduates to drink in the U.S., which definitely puts a damper on it. It still happens, of course, but it's not, they would definitely not be able to walk, let alone walk in public. Like a lot of places in the U.S. have open intoxicant laws, which means you cannot drink with an open container of any sort of alcohol in public, which is unfortunate. When I went to Las Vegas, that's one of the places where you can actually kind of do it. And I was like, whoa, this is weird. Big party in the park, more drinking. Some regions of Croatia, the students dress up. Think of dressing up as like a carnival Halloween. Interesting. The ones on the coast jump into the sea. That's cool. That's cool. Like washing away your youth. Bye-bye, high school. I'm out of here. I got to mention, since I'm Czech, this is the first Slavic remake, so it's been so fun understanding some of it. That's awesome. Cinematography is so beautiful, but that's a point of contention for a lot of people in the fandom, really, because the original was very realistically shot. So any remake that goes the cinematography route gets a little bit of negativity. Interesting. So the original is much more like it was filmed on a camera or filmed on a phone, basically. And then this is just getting like really cinematic, so it feels like, a show in a way. Interesting. In Norway, in the last few weeks of their high school, they rent or buy a bus to party in all week. It's a huge thing that people plan ahead. So that was the main plot point for getting the cast members together to do the activities. I find it wild still that they do that for a week or two before their exams. Before the exams? That's wild. That's wild. I guess they're not too worried about flunking or failing. I could see doing it after the exams, but that's wild. That is wild. This Croatian tradition sounds so freaking cool. I am completely jealous of it. The fact that the students get to walk the city drinking. What? Or they drink and walk. I have no idea if they're drinking and walking, but that is so cool. Yeah, walk to the park, drink, throw wheat everywhere. I don't know about the wheat, but the drinking and walking in public after being a high school graduate is such a crazy concept to me. That is so cool. Wow. I do like the idea of every time it's an iteration in a country, they like make it into whatever that country's known for and add cultural elements and whatnot. I think that's smart. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. It is YinWar TikTok compilation part 3 for Todd Reacts. It's literally in the title. Let's go ahead and bring it up. That looks like a very interesting show, and the fact that it's on YouTube is just so cool. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine if all shows did that? It'd be fantastic. All right, YinWar part 3. As you can see, for Todd Reacts. Attention, please. Can I do that? Can I make a pottery too? The blood type included gets me every time. It's that close quarter shot right there. If you're taking out your gun that close, you better hope they don't have a knife. Period. Like, that is wildly close.
ก็ดีนะผมว่าดีเนื้อฟังเรื่อยๆก็ติดหูเหมือนกันนะใช่พี่แอบช่วยโปรโมทนะอะไรนะครับพี่แอบช่วยโปรโมทไหมครับโปรโมทเลยเราไม่ต้องแอบหรอก
I can say it Thai language. Yes, because my brain no more vocabulary.
That was surprisingly close. Mm.
เฮ้ยระวังจินตนาการว่าตรงนี้เต็มไปด้วยพื้นมองอย่ามองลงมาร่างกายมันบ่งบอกพยายามเขาครับเขาเป็นคนกลัวความสูงครับปล่อยมือดิจับปล่อยมือดิจับมือดิ
That's support.
จับอยู่ได้อยู่ได้อะไรอ่ะกล้องอยู่ไหนเฮ้ตามจังหวะ
At first, I had no idea what was happening. And then I saw it. That reaction. Oh my god.
야, 와우, 신기하다. 정말로 재밌는 걸. 정국아, 내가 랩을 시작할게. 요, let's check it out. Back it up, J.O. 내가 랩을 시작할게.
Blah, 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 blah.
I can't lie to you and tell you I can't get you out my head. But I'm loving watching you.
Eye contact.
You're controlling me instead. Singing there's another side that you don't know. I can't wait to get you all alone. Once I'm in there, ain't no letting go.
Eventually, the eyes just burn.
N-U-E-E-L-L-A อ่านว่า peanut butter
You didn't have to cut me off
That เขาก็ถูกหมดแหละขอให้มึงพูดเร็วก็พอ เดี๋ยวมึงดูอย่างกูมาลองดูเอาเลย If you must cost cow costing cost the cow as the cow costing carefully นี่เร็ว แต่ใครคุณรู้ไหมคุณเช็คดูผมเร็วมากการหลังจากกินไข่เจียว
Alright, let's give it a go. If you must cross a course cow across a crowded... Does that say crowded? I can't even see it. Cow crossing, cross the course, cow across, the crowded cow, crossing carefully.
Cross the cow แต่ใครคุณรู้ไหมคุณเช็คดูผมเร็วมากการหลังจากกินไข่เจียวเสร็จเนี่ยแม่ผมก็เดินมาบอกว่าอยากให้ลูกทำตามความฝันอะไรอย่างเงี้ยดังนั้นผมก็เลยเริ่มติดตามไอจีคุณโอ้โหดีอันนี้ดีที่สุดจบแล้ว
The turn to fight. Oh, it's the worst when you hear that buzzing. You're like,
แล้วก็ขอบคุณโอรูโรออบเจกต์ด้วยนะ
รู้ไหมว่าหมาผมอะผมเลี้ยงหมามาโคตรนานหลายปีหมาผมทำอย่างนี้ได้
โอ้คุณรู้เปล่าว่าหมาผมอ่ะก็ทำอย่างนั้นได้
โอ้โห
แล้วหมาคุณอ่ะเล่นแบบหมาผมได้เปล่า
เอาหมาผมตีกันเชียงลงสไลเดอร์แบบสั่งขอมือ
สั่งอะไรทำได้หมดโดดสวัสดีกลิ้ง
โอ้โหกิ้งหมาผมหกสูงหมุน
เอาไปแล้ว
หมาคุณนั่งให้อยู่นิ่งๆ หมาผมเน้นช่วยเหลือทีมงาน
ยังไง
อ้าวเช็คระเบิด อ้าวเดินดมไปดิ อันไหนระเบิด อะไรนะเราก็เช็ครอบๆปลอดภัยแล้วค่อยกินข้าว หมาคุณทำอะไร
หมาผมคือคนวางระเบิด ยินดมไรลูก โอเค
She'd kick you out if she ever knew about all the you tell me that you do. Cadê as popozuras fazendo o quadradinho? Desce até o chão, esse é um bonde do Brunão. Desce até o chão, esse é o bonde do Brunão. Rebola for Brunão, bola for.
เราจะกินอะไรกันดี
อะไรก็ได้
ก๋วยเตี๋ยว
เงาเพื่อนเสื้อ
หมูปิ้ง
ซักมันเยอะ
ราดหน้า
เยอะ
ราดหน้า
เบื่อแล้ว แต่อะไรก็ได้
Oh my gosh. It reminds me of like a picky eater. That's just like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. But I'll eat anything right now. Trying to move the dog out of the way. That feels like a common occurrence.
คนเผลอแล้วเขาก็จะแบบไงหรอคะเป็นไงหรอคะจะแย่งเหรอจะแย่งเหรอไม่เป็นไรจ้ามันมีอันนี้จ้าอันนี้จ้าของปลอมครับค่ะรอดูค่ะ
It's fake.
มีอะไรจะพูดไหมคะพี่เขาพลาดแล้วค่ะพี่เขา
คนอย่างคุณเนี่ยไม่ควรจะเป็นน้องผมหรอก
คุณแล้วควรเป็นอะไรครับ
ควรจะเป็นแฟนมากกว่านี่คุณผมว่าคุณไม่จริงใจผมดูคนออก
Bold claim.
เฮ้ยแล้วมาเถิดเองแล้ว
It's like they forgot it was coming. They almost look surprised. It's pretty good when people are looking at you and not what's on stage. It's a good problem to have. Fighting scene. Talkative. Oh my gosh. The implication. Getting bonked in the head as a baby. That was insane. That was unhinged. I couldn't see the choreographer much, but I could tell it was not quite right.
ใครชอบใครก่อนผมพูดผิดมันเป็นเรื่องของนามธรรมครับนามธรรมแอบสแต็กมันไม่สำคัญครับ
หยินชอบก่อนหรือวอชอบก่อน
จะเป็นใครมันไม่สำคัญ
มันชอบก่อนชอบหลังไม่สำคัญ
หยินชอบก่อนหรือวอชอบก่อนสองคนนี้คือจะอยู่ทีมไหนดีคะ
หยินวอชอบกันค่ะเจ้าค่ะ
หยินวอชอบกันแล้วต้องเป็นหยินวอแต่งงานกันค่ะ
หยินชอบก่อนครับ
โอ้
ทำไมวอถึงบอกว่าหยินชอบวอก่อน อันนี้คือเถียงเลยหยินชอบวอก่อนแน่นอนทำไมฮะโอ้ยโจทย์อะไรก็เขินนะโมเมนต์เขิน
ไม่รู้ผมโยกไปว่าผมไม่รู้ครับผมต้องการรักษาศักดิ์ศรีตัวเองใช่
แอปแตกมันดูความจริงอยู่แล้ว
ใครชอบก่อนใครชอบก่อนพี่หยินชอบ
เขาชอบกันครับ
เฮ้ย
เขาชอบกัน
เขาไหนอ่ะ
เขาไหน
หยินวอ
Who are they?
หรือหยินชอบวอก่อนกัน
Get specific.
สองสาม
หยินครับ
ยินกับวอใครชอบใครก่อนคะ
ไม่ต้องรู้ว่าเราคบกันแบบไหน
นั่นแหละไม่รู้ใครนิยามความสัมพันธ์แบบไหนยังไง คือเราก็รู้กันสองคนอยู่แล้วว่าเราเป็นยังไง
Oh, it's come to an end. Link down below in the YouTube description, video description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love like I will do. Link down below. Go check it out. Also check out the channel. They might have other compilations that you might be interested in and want to check out. Let me go ahead and throw that in the chat for those of you watching live. There you go. Let's pull up some information on YinWar. A little bit of information, a lot of Instagram posts currently because there's quite an event that happened. 7, I'm assuming, portraits of bromance. This is translated not very well by Firefox. 7, I'm assuming it's bromance, portraits of bromance between Yin and War bestie goals. Oh, it is somewhat translated better there. Two Thai actors who are quite well known in Indonesia. Their careers skyrocketed after starring in the BL Love Mechanics. Until now, fans have been unable to move on from YinWar as Mark and V in the drama. Here's a portrait of YinWar wearing white t-shirts. Very descriptive. Very descriptive. Two became close after being paired as the main characters in Love Mechanics. Boy, that was 5 years ago. How fast has time gone by? 4-year age difference is not a barrier for them. In fact, the old war often spoils Yin. 4 years is not much. It is really not. After success of End of Love, Love Mechanics, Yin and War worked together for several advertising projects and fan meets. Are those records back there? That is so many records. Wow. Quite the collection. Their chemistry is so strong that the audience hopes Yin and War will act together in a drama again. After both leaving Rookie Thailand and becoming independent actors, the two that announced they would star in a new drama. Even though they're no longer in the same company, Yin and War often spend time together, even celebrating birthdays together, you know. Friendship that starts from being co-workers made Yin and War very close because they're struggling from zero. Although some would probably say they're not struggling anymore. Hopefully Yin and War's friendship will last forever. And then this says, as you can see, it's a little it's a little rock birthday cake. Nice. It says, happy birthday to me with Thai artificial cake. You're a grown up. Don't let time pass. It's time to get serious with life. Indeed. It's probably the biggest thing most people would tell their younger selves is pay attention, do something, enjoy your life, travel while you're young if you can, even, you know, in the littlest of ways. Try things. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You know, take the job that you aren't sure about. Try something new, eat different foods and all that stuff. Like all the things that, you know, are so cliche that all the older generation, older folk tell everybody. It's true. It is true because life moves fast. It moves so fast. You might think you're super young right now and you got a ton of life ahead of you. Hopefully you do. But it moves so fast. Blink of an eye, you're in your mid-30s. Blink of an eye, you're in your mid-50s. Blink of an eye, you're in your mid-70s. Like, it's that fast. It is that fast. And it's weird because the older you get, the faster the years go. And that, who knows, maybe that's your memory deteriorating. I have no idea. Or like your concept of time shifts because you've been here for a longer period. I have no idea how that works, but it seems like it. The years are just flying by. Look at this. Excellent photo. This says, it's translated, happy birthday to brother, 29.2 years old. May every growing up meet the answers, philosophy of the meaning of this life. This, obviously, a translation's not amazing. Continue to follow the journey. May the answers you meet on the way be full of happiness. Brother, a tennis player who sculpted clay pot. It's awesome. That's really cool. Love the birthday. That was just posted a week ago. June 23rd. A neon flower, waiting for love. YinWar concert poster. I love them so much. Oh my gosh, that is something. that is a fantastic. I have no idea what is supposed to be going on with that, but that is amazing. That is quite something. It's giving Cowboy, yeah. It's giving Cowboy Carter concert, aka Beyonce's concert. They're so cute. Oh, they have the aesthetic down. I mean, the styling is wild. I love them for it. Corey, the Cowboy Carter concert made an impression. Love the water buffalo. Beyonce can't bring the Cowboy Carter tour to Thailand, so YinWar are bringing it themselves. Pink is everything. Love them. I fell in love with War the first time I saw him. Check him out. Too sexy. Wow. Too sexy. Imagine being too sexy. Feels like a pretty good thing to be. Or is the embodiment of crazy, sexy, cool, and cute. Perfect balance. Cowboy Carter inspiration. I love this so much. Best boys. That gif is hilarious. That's amazing. Apparently this is their agency, new agency profile. Just the two of them running it, which is wild. Very cool. Oh yeah, you could see the, yep. That's awesome. That's very cool. Well, I wish them all the luck. You know, I appreciate people going their own path. It's very cool. It's nervous. I'm sure it's very nerve-wracking for them, but they're in control. They can kind of steer it how they want to. It's pretty cool. It's very cool, actually. It's very respectable. Vogue Thailand. Very neutral colors. Which is honestly perfect for summer because it's starting to get hot. It's starting to get real hot. Missed a couple. There you go. That's a classic Burt Reynolds Playgirl pose, if you know what I'm talking about. It's classic. I need a scientific study done on why they look so good together. All about Yin at the moment. His beauty is a little less obvious than War's, but once you see it, you can't go back. War is gorgeous and always been, but I haven't been able to take my eyes off Yin and Jack and Joker. Nothing's beating the Jack Sparrow costume, but those are good too. These two definitely stole my heart. Favorite pair by the end of the year. Why is War just everything? Yin is great too, I guess, but War. These two are so pretty. They're serving. We don't do fan service. We only do what we want. This video cannot be played. That's funny. I'm interested. What is this? I still don't get the reason why YinWar is popular in Thailand. What? I believe the reason for their popularity has a lot to do with how much Rookie has invested in the ship. They are everywhere. Oh, this was years ago. Have you seen their content? Love mechanics. Series got me aboard the train. Choo choo. Your question seems a bit shady. I mean, I don't know why they're so popular in Thailand. They're same as other BL couple, but I don't know why they're so popular in Thailand compared to other BL couple. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. All right. YinWar casually exploding their fandom on a random Friday in May. What am I to you? My boyfriend? Silly. That'll do it. Somebody said, the top comment, I thought they said they're only good friends and they don't like shipping them romantically. Or am I confused? Because they seem to be shipping themselves. They are wild. They just be doing stuff. Just to clear things up, this wasn't YinWar shipping themselves. In the full video, the staff asked them to do fan service by acting like boyfriends. That is context. That is some big context. YinWar, being the quick-witted duo they are, spin it into a comedy sketch instead of going the romantic route. War even fakes jealousy over an orange. They've been open in interviews, they're just good friends and don't like being romantically shipped. The issue is parts of the skit are now being clipped out and circulated without context. Oh boy. I'm sorry, but if you have issues with being shipped or being romanticized, get the heck out of the BL business. You don't belong here. That's literally what it's built on. Whoa. Whoa. Hot take. Very spicy take. Wow. Either get on board or get out is the... Wow. That is... Comment deleted by user. That's wild. They should have refused to act as boyfriends if they're so adamant about being shipped together. This is the sort of content that feeds shippers, so them playing into it isn't helping the case. I'm genuinely curious, has there ever been any active or inactive TBL pairings that have flat out said they don't like to be shipped or don't play into couple fan service and still remain successful? Because based on what I know so far, an industry that depends so much on couple fantasy like TBL, being completely against shipping seems not good for the business side of things. I read somewhere that the actors don't earn much from the shows, so they have to rely on stuff like fan meeting, fan signs. Mostly only effective if there's sort of a couple fantasy between the pair. Interesting. How dare they? Try so hard to be good. They aren't helping. They aren't helping me keep my Delulu monster in a cage. That's so funny. That about explains it. Find it hilarious when people are still being Delulu. Clearly they're great friends and love to joke around. Well, obviously, if you're just seeing this clip, you're probably going to take that completely out of context because it is out of context. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be a, you don't have to be even remotely involved to get completely bamboozled by that. Like if you have no context whatsoever, like that post said, you're going to be swayed by that, especially if you're easily doing that. Very interesting. Very interesting. Things can be taken out of context. Things can be clipped, of course. But it is what it is. It is what it is. That is the internet, right? Literally anything you say can be used against you in the court of the internet. All right, let's move on. This is the final member requested video of the day. This is 15 years of Dan and Phil. This was posted about 8 months ago. Be kind of interesting because I don't know if I've seen the full history, but it should be quite good. Should be quite good. So this will be kind of a history tour, if you will. Let's go ahead and pop in. Say hello to Dan and Phil.
I can't believe I've known you for 15 years.
Oh my God, they chose this song.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the
Hello, I'm doing with Phil this year. Welcome to the first episode of the Super Amazing Project.
So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson.
I finally moved to London. I'm gonna try and build a wardrobe. This should be fun.
But in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
My friend Phil have a show on Radio 1.
So take the photographs and still frames in your mind.
the hairstyle is obviously what jumps out first. And they started from extremely humble beginnings. That is like wild to see. Wild to see. 15 years is crazy.
Welcome to the official worldwide Dan and Phil Show.
Exciting news that me and Dan now have a gaming channel.
We are going to be playing Donkey Kong Country Returns.
The Dan vs. Phil.
Actually, you know what? I think I remember them from the React channel. I don't know if you ever saw that. It was the Flying Brothers. That's where I was first introduced. I had no idea who they were.
5 days of Dilma.
And Dan in Japan.
I just chalked it up as a part of the internet that I never saw.
The official 7-second challenge app. Phil's first birthday. We wanted to do something big, and probably bigger than there's ever been done before.
Hey, let's do a show.
It's something unpredictable, but
We've decided to play Undertale.
Undertale was a moment, wasn't it?
Pro tip.
It's something unpredictable.
I spent the majority of 2016 with another person, Dan Howell. I think it's only fair that he comes up here and shares this with me. You're gonna have a baby!
Dan Howelter.
A horse prince. Golf with friends. Ark of Oxen.
Where can I find the city of shining
Welcome to the new Danville Games Room.
in an ordinary
Dahlia.
Wow. You can literally see the growth.
buried treasure behind?
So what are we doing here?
Giving the people what they want, Phil.
The days into years roll by.
I find you in any world, Phil.
I will say this, even though they got, obviously, that's hilarious. I paused it on that. Even though, don't read that. Even though, obviously they blew up over the years and clearly at this point they're making a decent amount of money. They kept the digs kind of similar. Like they didn't outgrow it. They didn't make like a studio or something, or they didn't rent this massive warehouse and create these professional like TV sets. Like they kept it pretty like standard. Like they were known for the bedroom blog or vlog, I guess. And they kind of kept it, which is cool. I appreciate that.
Ordinary world.
This is the special time in mine and Phil's life.
Keeps the same vibe.
What would you wear?
And is complete. The winner of Dan vs. Phil.
Decided to go on a break from the gaming channel.
We want some time to just step back and have a think about our lives. You, goodbye.
Bye.
I'm gay.
I'm gay. My first time making on this channel without Dan.
Baby, I don't have much.
You will get through this night.
We're moving.
We have bought a house.
Ordinary world.
We finally moved.
Who spends a year making a coming out video, gets 10 million views and fucking dips?
We were all
doomed. Dystopia Daily with Daniel Howell.
For the first time ever in our lives, we're not going to be in the same place for a long time.
Since 2009, I think the longest we have ever been apart is actually 2.5 weeks.
in an ordinary world.
The quiff is dead. Here to finally put to rest Dan and Phil games. What the fuck? Hello, Dan and Phil games hiatus survivors.
That's awesome.
Anal.
Oh gosh, the nun.
The official full comedy special for my show, We're All Doomed.
Leveled it up.
Have commissioned an entire original soundtrack. Hello, crafties!
What's up, Pokey?
You think we were a...
Honestly, I wasn't either, but they have been just YouTube since YouTube. 15 years. 15. That is
I can't believe I've known
crazy.
you for 15 years. It was the most fun I've ever had.
I mean, just look at this initial footage of their videos. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. That's OG. That is as close to an OG as you can get. I mean, obviously YouTube, I think, started in 2005. So about 4 years off. But the emos, yeah. The emos indeed. And guess what? That emo music from that generation still hits. Still hits. I still love it. Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw it some much-deserved love. Great song choices in that, by the way. Excellent song choices. Throw that down there in the chat. For those of you watching live, let's pull up some information on Dan and Phil, which I do remember seeing them on a Fine Brothers React channel video. I think they were just part of like the YouTube reactors they brought in, and I had no idea who they were. None. I thought they were kind of funny from the video, but I never like looked up any of their videos afterwards. So it just kind of was that, they're kind of funny. Anyway, and then you just move on. But through this channel, through the members of ToddReacts.com, I've now reacted to them and I've learned about them, which is pretty cool. It's amazing how large YouTube really is. Like, there can be people with 30 million subs and you have no idea who they are. You've never seen them. You don't know what they sound like. It's crazy. It is absolutely legit crazy. Dan and Phil are English entertainment and business duo consisting of Dan Howell, Phil Lester, best known for their collaborative work on YouTube since meeting in 2009. Additionally, they have collaborated. The fact that 2009 is 15, that's crazy. Collaborate on television and radio, presenting books, tours, and original films. So obviously they have taken that and ran with it. June 2019, Howell came out as gay via a YouTube video on his channel. Lester later followed suit by posting a coming out video on his own channel later that month. In Howell's video, he divulged that the pair had been romantically involved at the beginning of the relationship, but refrained from clarifying its current status out of respect for his and Lester's privacy. As of October 2024, still declined to publicly state the relationship status. Lester uploaded his first video on his channel, Amazing Phil, in March 2006. I mean, that is as close to YouTube OG as you can get. I mean, it's very close. Howell initially found Lester through YouTube and was a fan of his videos. Wow. After messaging with Lester online, Howell posted his first video to his YouTube channel, at the time called Dan Is Not on Fire, in October 2009. Later that month, Dan and Phil met in person, created their first collab Q&A video titled Phil Is Not on Fire, posted on Lester's channel. Video sparked would become a 10-part series with one installment uploaded a year until the last one in 2018. Since 2009, Dan and Phil have frequently appeared in each other's channels. Obviously, Dan and Phil Games was certainly a large channel. It's the fastest growing channel on YouTube at a time. Channel reached over 3.1 million subs. The channel features Dan and Phil playing a variety of games. Some of the most popular: Sims 4, Let's Play, and Gaming Miss, an annual series where the duo uploads videos to the channel every day in December until Christmas. 2018 went on indefinite hiatus. February 2024, they commissioned Low Wave Records for a custom lo-fi and synthwave inspired soundtrack for the channel. Interesting. Very cool. Raised over $100,000 for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund in January 2024. Hosted another live stream for Howell's birthday in June 2024 for the same charity. Raised over $100,000 US dollars. Very cool. Then they had the radio show, of course. Weird things fannies say. What Phil says, this is what I think. Fan fiction, as long as you're not being too creepy with it, because there's a line, everyone knows what those lines are, don't cross the line. I think it's a great way for people to express their creativity and also read more. Because it's hard to get people to read nowadays. That's true. That is actually true. I have so many ebooks that I just haven't read. It's crazy. If you're reading a fanfic, that is increasing your attention span a lot more than a TikTok. That is very true. So I don't think it's a bad thing. I think obviously the lines are blurred a bit when you're writing about real people, and each individual might feel different levels of comfort about the fact that they're being shipped with a fictional character or another YouTuber, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I think that's more of a strange gray area, but for me, if you're not being too weird, I'm all right with it. What fanfic writers here? Be as creepy as you want, cross all the lines. RPF is an amazing thing. Be weird. I love it. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I mean, it's implied. It's implied that he's not a huge fan of, obviously, the fanfic with another YouTuber. I wonder who that is. But honestly, if we can just get reading back to be like a main hobby, that's not a bad thing. Dan and Phil's Terrible Tour is anything but terrible. Dan and Phil have been making YouTube videos for 15 years. And they've still managed to keep an audience large enough to fill seats at an international tour. I was in one of those seats and I loved it. Pair made its first YouTube video back in 2009. Been collaborating ever since. With a hiatus from 2018 to 2023, they make videos like playing games, stories, baking. Pair returns stronger than ever and ready to tour. Terrible Influence Tour is the third time the pair has put together a touring comedy show. It's amazing. This was written November 2024. Ohio stop at the Akron Civic Center on October 29th was no exception. Doors opened at 7. At 6:55, the line of emos, gays, and confused chaperones spanned 2 city blocks. Dan and Phil boast an inclusive fandom, or fandom, PH. It's like saying fat with a PH. That has been taking in weirdos since 2009. Fans, with a PH, range from middle schoolers to people well into their middle ages. The middle ages. Some of whom have been watching from the very first YouTube collab. The live show started with a set of dioramas used to explain the pair's long and ridiculous YouTube history for fans who might have just started watching. The pair talked about how they both come out separately as gay, cheekily played into the long-standing romance rumors between them. The pair went through multiple segments, including one revealing the secrets behind their fans' long-standing conspiracy theories about them, and another playing on the trend of YouTube boxing matches. Oh my gosh. Remember when that was a thing? Every segment was somehow interactive, with guests being able to choose what to talk about or shouts answers to a pseudo game of Mad Libs. Everyone was getting involved. Theater was constantly erupting into screams, and at the times when the merch table was open, the line snaked all throughout the theater, winding around seats and the stage. Everyone wanted to get a Dan and Phil made Dan and Phil made me gay, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt shirt. The night concluded in typical Dan and Phil tour fashion with a song. The evening was electric. The fans were overjoyed. I can count the Akron stop for TIT as a success. That's so funny. This is the Eras of Dan and Phil. This was made 4 years ago, so we might be missing something. Constructive criticism accepted and appreciated. 2006 to 2009, Phil era. Dan's channel doesn't exist yet, but Phil is being very weird because he wants to. Good for him. 2009 to 2011, the classic era. Dan's channel starts and they start making videos together, beginning with Pinoff. They continue growing closer and eventually move in together. 2011 to 2012, Manchester era, short but important. All videos in their Manchester apartment were between these years. 2012 to 2017, golden era. Many people found Dan and Phil through this era after they moved to London. Most, but not all, of their biggest accomplishments fall in here. BBC Radio 1 show, Tatanoff, Tabanoff, Dapko, Dan and Phil Games, which I can do an era list of if anyone wants. Some of the best Pinoffs, Day in the Life, and many of people's favorites. 2017 to 2019, rebranding and Renaissance era. The death of Dan is Not on Fire. And Dan starts his journey to live his truth, opening up about his struggles with depression. The gaming channel goes on hiatus. They do another tour to get to know their audience even more, help us all connect, interactive introverts, and Dan takes a break from YouTube. 2019 to 2021, modern out era. Dan's still on hiatus, comes out as gay. Phil follows a couple weeks later. Dan writes a book. Phil adopts a fish. Rip Norman. In lockdown due to COVID, Phil started making regular content, rescues an injured pigeon. Oh my gosh, that's right. Did react to a bit of that. Plays Animal Crossing, does quiz shows with fans, as well as talk show segments on the app called Stereo. In his segment with Dan, they discuss many things, leading us into our final era now. 2021 to, who knows, future forever home era. In the video with Dan during Christmas 2020, they announced they're moving into a house. Norman unfortunately passed away. Rip Norman. Dan announces his book, You Will Not Get Through This Night. Or, excuse me, You will get through this night. And we share, that's a very different book. And we share a smile wondering what the future holds for our boys. Wait, Norman died? Unfortunately, yes. Beta fish don't generally live too long. Do it as an infographic. That's cool. We don't talk about the Manchester era. I love it personally. Some good videos came out of it. Wow, here I am just finding out Norman died. Rip, little guy. I love how this was the point where people figured it out. This is perfect for any new Dan and Phil fans who want to know about the whole history of Dan and Phil and the current era we're in. I think I got everything. Been a fan since 2015, and this seems really accurate. I think one could argue that 2015 to 2018 was its own era, one of testing the waters and being more unapologetic and confident in themselves. I think it started with Dan's appearance at VidCon 2015 and went until Interactive Introverts. This just makes me sad. I only started watching around 2018, but knew who they were for a few years, and for some reason I hated them, even though I'd never watched, and now I regret not watching them sooner. Same, actually, just that I only started watching them in 2020. I hated them because I thought they were only queer-baiting straight dudes. Well, that's a take. I don't think I had a reason to hate them. It might have been because my sister didn't like them because she found them annoying. Well, there you go. You know what's interesting is hopefully, obviously, all their videos are still posted and visible and public, because then you could literally just start from the start. That would be cool. So if you're, just joined in 2018, I would literally go all the way back to the first video and then enjoy that on both channels. That seems like a good way to do it. And then just marathon binge all the videos. It seems like a smart way to play it, right? It'd be a lot, but that's a lot of great content. You get to experience all the lore and all that stuff, and the build-up and the hype and the moving around and all that stuff and the glow-up. It's wild. It is absolutely wild. You could definitely see them increase in popularity and obviously increase in stature behind them. But it was never too, egregious. Like, some, for some, they have, no background, and then all of a sudden they're in, a chandelier glass kind of, background. And I'm just like, what? Now I know a lot more about them. Indeed. Indeed. They're very funny. That's definitely what I've gotten from pretty much every Dan and Phil video I've reacted to. They're extremely funny. Even Dan's coming out video was hilarious at points because Dan is just obviously big into comedy. Obviously it was emotional too, but it had its moments that were legitimately funny. So it's amazing. It's amazing that, there can be people that are followed by so many others in the internet, and you have no idea who they are. Like, I that still blows my mind. Like, here I thought I, was aware enough of big YouTube channels, and I had never watched Smosh. Smosh was like the #1 channel multiple times on YouTube, like 4 or 5 times. I can't remember how many times, but they literally took over the top spot like numerous times. Never watched a single video, barely even knew who Smosh was. Just reacted to him now, obviously. Know quite a bit about him. Dan and Phil, another big channels that a lot of people follow, literally selling out international tours and all that stuff. No idea. No clue. So, just goes to show. That's the beauty of this channel. I'm being introduced to things that I had no idea existed. Literally didn't know it existed. But I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Those were 5 amazing member-requested videos off toddreacts.com. Certainly check those out. The links will all be down in the video description on YouTube in all their glory. Check out the merch, toddreacts.com as well. Ships worldwide, 15% off for members. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Follow the Twitch channel if you'd like to join us live in the chat. The only Smosh I've seen are the ones you've reacted to. Yeah, that's been a lot. It has been a lot, that's for sure. Definitely some Smosh fans educating everybody as members. It's pretty cool. It has been a lot of fun. Very joyful. Oh my gosh, the one today was wild. Wild. I got it. I'm trying to think. I think if I was to pick one person, see, it's tough because I really like Courtney. I really like Shane. And Angela is just pure chaos. Pure chaos to a wild degree. Or, yeah, a wild degree. It's just amazing. Truly great personalities for sure. Where did I leave off? Join the Discord. Join the conversation. Totally free. The link is everywhere. It's on the profile here on Twitch. It's on YouTube's profile. It's on the website, toddreacts.com. It's in the top right, I think. There's a link to the Discord. And it's also on the bottom as well. So you really can't miss it. Totally free. Over 241 members of the Discord. So join us. Join us. Join us. One of us. One of us. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your week. I will see you all live on Twitch on Thursday. But if you're watching on YouTube and you're watching this on Wednesday, this week will be completely normal. We'll do the Thursday stream early because it is a holiday here in the U.S., and then I'll just post it on Friday. So it'll be completely normal schedule for those of you watching on YouTube. You won't notice anything, any sort of difference. So don't have to do anything special. All right, everybody. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day, morning, afternoon, whenever you watch this. And I will see you soon. BRB, basically. Take care of yourselves. Be safe out there. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.